Five. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Riverbreak. All right, this is a little D&D stream here for Twitch. We're starting something new. For all of you that don't know about me and the players, we're going to get in that in a moment. This is 100% homemade D&D. The world is new. The encounters are new. Everything is new. So we're not doing modules. So if you're looking for some original content, you got it here. Want to thank some partners first before we get to our wonderful players. We're going to be big you out to WizKids, which gave us a bunch of minis, Norse Foundry and their dice, Chest and Trove with their status markers, which you'll see at some point time here, Elderwood Academy, and D&D Beyond. And now here are our players. In no particular order I want to add. Starting off with Dan Masucci, the Inked Mage. He's in blue.
Oh, hey everyone. My name is Dan. I am Inked Mage on Instagram, and I will be playing Calamar Fauxon, Sir Calamar Fauxon, a human noble warrior.
All right, and next one we're going with is from Vorpal Board, which, as you can see, this software that we're using is Vorpal Board. And for those of you that are new to all this stuff, what we're using for our setup is a base Vorpal Board setup. So, Thad, why don't you tell us about that?
Sure. All right. So this is Vorpal Board. What you're watching on Twitch is exactly how we're all playing. There's no crazy Twitch skins here. We are using a cell phone to broadcast the browser or broadcast the tabletop. Everyone that's remote. We've got people from all over the U.S. as well as Chris from Europe. Connected in here, and we're playing on Vorpal. This is our Kickstarter edition. We go live on January 21st. So yeah, if you like the way this looks, if you're familiar, the look is a whole lot like how you play D&D and you see it on other major streams. This is how we're just playing for our normal campaign. So super easy to set up. Hopefully we don't have any major technical challenges today. This is beta software, and yeah, we've got a ton of content up online, a lot of stuff on board games if you want to check out our YouTube channel. In the links below, we've also got the Remind Me for our Kickstarter, again, January 21st. Super affordable product, and that's it. So for the D&D stream, I am playing Bryn Vrog, a drow rogue assassin.
All right, and next up on my list is Brianna Flaim. Brianna.
Hi, I'm Brianna Flaim. My handle on Instagram is @BriannaFlaim, so pretty straightforward. I will be playing Luca, a half-elf monk.
Okay, perfect. And next on our list in red is Chris Sims. Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris Sims, and I am playing Korbog the Ghost Hammer, a half-orc paladin of vengeance.
And Chris is broadcasting from Austria, so he's our far distance person. And then last but certainly not least, in yellow, playing unnamed the Minotaur, is Ember Moon.
It's unnamed.
Oh,
I'm glad that you did that. It's unnamed. It's a bit. Did I misspell it? Is it that early in the day? No, it's right there. Unnamed Minotaur. That's me today. That's what's happening. I am playing a rogue. So let's get started.
Yes, let's get started.
May the odds be in your favor, Art.
Everything is in my favor. I'm the dungeon master. It's all my favor. So we're gonna get right into it. Let's just get started here. So you guys were all individually contacted and sent a letter where you were requested to come to the city of Riverbreak. Your job that you're being hired for is to escort the Queen Vinessa Danalora of the Kingdom Alora to visit a settlement of elves on a diplomatic mission. We can show you quickly what the crest of the Danalora family looks like. That's down here in the bottom. There you go. We're going to make it big. There you go. So there's the Danalora family crest. And then we'll show you a quick map of Riverbreak itself. There we go. There's the big Riverbreak map. So you're going to be coming into, if you look down at the bottom, you see the number 1. It's this massive bridge. That's where you guys are going to be going to today. We'll get a better look at that bridge in a couple of minutes. So to start, you guys have been sailing for a couple weeks aboard a large ship. You've met each other. You do know that you're a group that are all have been hired for the same thing. You are headed to Riverbreak, and when you get outside the island of Riverbreak, the island that Riverbreak is on, your ship docks or drops anchor. It doesn't dock; it drops anchor, and we lost one of our players. So we're just gonna keep on going. We lost Dan. I can still see his pointer though, so I don't know what happened. You guys, the boat drops anchor, and they start to usher some people onto smaller boats, in which you're going to use to go to the island itself. You do notice there are some ships that have the flag running in the water as well, and some of them actually seem to be going up the river, but for some reason your boat is not going up the river. Give Dan 1 second here to get back in before we go too much further. Anything special any of you want to do right this second while you're getting loaded onto the boats, or asked to get onto boats?
You know what? I would just like to move as silently as possible. Like, I know I'm already seen, but I just want people to know, like, if this bull goes into a china shop, things are going to be all right. You know?
Okay.
We're not going down.
You can give me a stealth check, Ember, and let's see
Cool.
what you got and how good you are at this. And here comes Dan back in now.
16.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, so 16. 16's pretty good.
I don't say anything to anyone, though.
You're just being quiet and stealthy.
Not stealthy, just moving slow. Like,
Okay. So Dan, what you missed quickly was that your large ship has dropped anchor in the ocean area, and you're taking some smaller boats up the river towards Riverbreak. You do notice, however, there are some ships that are flying the flag of the kingdom, and they are actually going up the river, and they are at least as big as your ship, but for some reason yours is stopped out further.
Okay.
So everybody's good with just getting loaded on the boat.
Yeah,
No
it sounds
hassles
good.
other than that?
Yes.
I'll wait until one of them, like, I'll kind of, as I'm reaching out, I'll put my hand out, like, for somebody, like, to help me. I'm used to, in my former life as a noble, being assisted. So I'll wait for that. I'll kind of hold my hand and look to see who's going to help me.
Okay. Does anybody seem to want to help the fighter get off the boat?
Pring gives him a very stern look and walks by.
I will look from afar.
Okay.
Who said yes, Chris?
Yeah, I take your hand.
That's the spirit. Thank you.
Yeah, the half-orc paladin seems to be generous and helpful.
A man of quality.
So good. You guys get loaded onto the smaller boat. Oh, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead. Sorry.
Possibly I've been drinking. I don't know.
I'd be disappointed
How
if you
early is it in the day?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Doesn't matter.
Well, you know.
Chris is in Austria. He's 6 hours ahead, so it's actually 7:30 over there, so he can drink.
Nice.
Yeah, and Austrians drink beer for breakfast anyway, so.
You're good. You're good. Yeah, so you guys get loaded onto the boats, and you start heading up the river towards Riverbreak, which is a little ways up the river. You guys can see from a distance, you can see this massive bridge that spans the river. The river's wide. The river's hundreds of feet wide and deep, it seems, because there are some larger ships that are moving their way through. And as we get closer, I'll show you the side view of the bridge, which is called the Hive. And that is to the right.
Cool.
Down right there. There you go. So this is what the Hive looks like from the side. So you see this massive bridge that spans over the river, and actually some buildings have been built off the bottom of the bridge, as well as you can tell there are buildings on the top as well. So on the bottom, you can see where people have actually, it's kind of like where the tenements are, and people actually lower their boats down from their buildings to the water by pulleys and ropes, and then they, private little individuals head off to various areas of the city of Riverbreak. So now we can cancel that. Yep. So now you guys are gonna head up. So you guys go up and you guys get to a dock that's right near the bridge. So we can bring the bridge picture up. There you go.
That looks fabulous, by the way.
Which one?
The bridge. Well, all of them, but the bridge is super cool.
So on this lower right-hand side where this large tower is, the large round tower, you guys are actually docking right there next to it on the ground there, and they're starting to shuffle people off the boat, and they head into that tower. Who of your group is going to try and get off the boat first?
I will.
Okay. So the
I'd
Minotaur.
like to try.
So the Minotaur starts to step forward. As you get to the front of this, and this is not a small boat. We're not talking a dinghy here. We're talking it's a big enough boat for, 20, 30 people. As you get to the front of the boat, there is a guard at the front of the boat. And as you get there, the guard kind of puts his hand out and stops you.
And I want to look at his hand, and then look at him.
Yep.
Like, did you just? But I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let him know because I have that intimidation factor.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Minotaur.
Yeah.
So,
and so as he does it, he kind of pulls his hand back a little bit because you give him a kind of a look, but he slowly reaches behind him and pulls out a scroll.
I slowly reach behind me.
A scroll. A scroll.
Oh. All right.
He says to you, your orders have changed. You and your group are to meet on the other side of the induction area, and your contact will meet you there. And he hands you a scroll.
I take the scroll. Yeah, got the scroll, guys. I'm not gonna say that I can read. I just don't know what's going on, so I'll go with that.
Right.
Is there a smarter than me looking person in our group? Because obviously I'm just the muscle. So anyone that wants to read this is more than welcome to. Nope. No takers? All right, cool.
Perhaps Lucas should take a read of it.
Oh, there you go. The drow puts his hand out and says that.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so Bryn, you open this scroll, and it looks very similar to what your other orders were.
No, Luca's gonna read.
Oh, Luca's reading it. Sorry, Luca.
Yes.
Luca grabs the scroll.
Oh, we're telling me what to do, Bryn. Are we okay?
Uh-oh.
You're the smart one.
I mean, you're right. So I'll read it.
Okay.
I thought I was the smart one.
We can both be smart, too.
So Luca, as you unfurl the scroll, it looks very similar to what your orders were given to you previously. However, there is a small change where it does say on the other side of the customs building, which is that big round building you're about to go into, your contact will meet you there for your change in orders.
Huh. Okay.
Do you read that aloud or
Looks
just
similar,
yourself?
different place. Yeah, I'll share it. I'll read it out to
Okay.
everyone.
I'll lean into Gorbog and I'll say, "What a grasp on the language, read so eloquently." But I'm not joking. Like he seems very sincere in his flattery. He's very impressed with.
Okay.
Well,
alrighty
thank
then.
you.
If Gorbog.
My delivery was well met.
Okay. I'll keep nudging Gorbog until he acknowledges one way or another. Wouldn't you say? You agree?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Who is that guy? I point at the guard.
He kind of looks shocked, like you're pointing at him, like me. I'm just here to give you orders. That's all.
And why should we be taking orders from you?
I like the aggression.
Well, I was just sent to give you the orders. They're not from me. They're from someone much more influential than I.
I step forward very rapidly and I say, "And how do we know you're who you say you are?" I put a finger in his chest.
Ow.
Yeah, too right you are.
The seal at the bottom of the letter? I don't know. I mean,
Was it sealed all the way?
yes, it was.
I say kind of sheepishly, is there a seal at the bottom of the letter?
Yes, there was.
Yeah, there is.
There's some wax, and then someone put a thing on there. I guess.
Is it the right seal?
Yeah.
It's not the left
Can,
seal.
Does it?
Is there a way we can check to see if it's authentic by chance, like with one of our skills?
Yeah,
Like,
give me a history check, Ember.
Oh man, yeah. I'm not good at history, guys. Let me tell you, I got this -1 fighting against me right here. Oh man, that's a. Well, I rolled a.
Would I be
that's
able
a
to
3.
recognize?
That's a 3.
That's a 3?
So,
Okay.
yeah, it looks like a seal, man.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's-
what to tell you.
If there is some amount of suspicion whether this person is a guard or a rascal, perhaps we should have him take us to his superior at once, and then we can clear this whole matter up. I say we don't. Why delay? You, sir, we must determine whether your credentials are real or not. To do so, take us at once. At once, I say, to your superior.
Well, yeah.
Or you could just look at the seal.
Yeah, you guys can get off the boat and go through customs. I have to stay on the boat, but if I get off, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble.
But that's the sort of thing a charlatan might say. We must be careful. We are in new waters here. Well, even though we're out of water, I should say.
I don't know what this Charlton is, but I'm not. That's not my name. My name's James.
Well, James, we can't be certain if that's your real name.
Well, this is true, but customs is that way. If you want to go in there,
Will we find your superior there?
there are other guards there. Sure, they could verify the validity of the paper. I'm sure.
I'll lean into our Minotaur friend, and I'll be like, he's being kind of cagey about this. We shouldn't take our chances here. Just so you may have known this already from traveling with me, that I often complicate solutions and arrive at the wrong conclusions. You know, so you're probably used to this, and with some amount of you can just kind of redirect me.
Yeah, at this point, Brent is pretty frustrated and starts walking toward customs.
That sounds like
Luca, is it the right
I
seal?
follow the group toward customs, I guess.
It
Okay.
looks like you.
Sure.
Yeah, Luca, why don't you give me a
I
history,
mean, it looks
history
right
check
to
as
me.
well?
That's all I'm gonna say.
History check. Can
Yes.
do.
Well, to the Minotaur, it looks like an actual seal because she
I
rolled
am
that
going
poorly,
to-
like the animal.
Let's see what I got here. Ooh, okay. Oh, I am trying to use. Oh, there we go. I was messing that up.
Oh, that was a nice.
Ooh.
Oh,
So it's going to be a 20 with my modifier.
20. Okay, good. So yeah, so you do in fact look at that, and you actually think about it. And you're like, well, wait a minute, I have my other orders right in my backpack. So you kind of pull out your other set of orders, and you put the seals next to each other. You know, you try and put them back together as best as you can, and they do in fact look like they are the proper seal.
James, your story checks out.
Perfect. You,
Have we attracted any attention since we've decided to make a total scene as soon as we got off the boat in the Riverbreak?
Well, there's a couple of guards that are over by the tower that are kind of looking at you guys, and they're like waving you towards them, like, you know, come on, like, what are you doing?
Can I just like look at them?
well, I
really
suppose we should
coolly?
move on.
No, they don't rush us. It's our time. All right.
This is our time. You're holding up the boat.
We haven't even stepped in the ground yet. We already want to kill everyone.
Our own time.
Okay,
I say, thank you, James. She's the smart one. And I get off the boat.
Okay. Yes, she looks like she's the smart one. Okay. And Bryn has already started walking towards customs. Now the Minotaur is going, and now the half orc is moving his way there as well.
As we're walking, I'm keeping an eye out for what's coming on around us. I just want to make sure we're not walking into a mess.
Yeah. Well, actually, now that you've said that, it does look kind of like a mess because there's a lot of people here. They're kind of going through this one door into the customs area. As you go through you're probably in line for a good 15-20 minutes. You get inside the tower, and you can actually see where there's it almost looks like the airport. There's multiple lines. They're asking people questions when they get up to like the front of the line. Everybody give me a perception check.
Nat 20.
Ooh, and a 1 for
One.
Bryn. Good job, Bryn.
18.
13 for me.
13. Okay. So
I got a 2.
Let's
yeah, I
see.
saw that. So Bryn, we'll go with so for the bottom of the screen here. So Chris, Ember, the Minotaur there, and Sir Calamar. Is that what it is, Dan?
Yep.
Calamar.
So Sharp. Oh, Calamar.
Yeah. So you guys are bright enough to be paying attention. The other two are kind of, I don't know, they're dozed. They're like looking around. There's like, wow, this building's really big, and they're distracted by like the things happening around them. The three of you are paying attention. You do notice that the guards are a little shady. You do see times where people get up towards the front of customs and they'll ask them a couple questions and they'll kind of look them up and down and they'll say, oh, it's 10 gold to enter. And then the next guy that comes up maybe is kind of poor looking and he'll look at him and go, oh, yeah, that's a gold. And then he'll pull out a piece of paper and go, don't forget to come back every week. And he hands him a piece of paper. And you're kind of seeing this happen throughout the line as you're moving your way through the customs area. You finally get up to the front, and Bryn's up in the front. What's your name?
My name is Bryn. What's your name?
What are you doing here?
We're here on official orders. Speak,
Well, let me see those orders.
Luca.
Well, you also remember you have
Huh?
orders.
Oh,
you
I'm
have
sorry,
your
did
own
you-
orders as well. So,
Oh,
yep, you all have a set of orders from when you were originally given. She has the changed orders.
okay. So my orders in hand. So,
Okay.
Yep.
You're here on official business. All right. Well, anything to declare? Do we need to search you?
no.
You sure?
I wanna just look as imposing as possible and just say no. Thank you.
Give me an
Just like-
intimidation check.
Intimidation?
Yep.
Oh, I need paper. This is why paper works so much better. I have to keep flipping. That is a 16.
Okay. So he's like, all right. He hands you your papers back. Go on through. Go over that way. That line to the left. You can go right up the stairs.
Is that where the
Sure.
line's leading past this point? Or is that just where...
There are lines headed to other sides. He's kind of pushing you
Mhm.
guys off to a different side,
Cool, let's do that.
and he lets all five of you right through without any questions, further questions.
I ask, why are you charging different people different things?
Ugh, gosh, lawful.
I've never been so insulted in my life. Chaotic.
That's how things work.
According,
Don't you worry
according to
about it.
who?
You're not getting charged. You're here on business. You just keep on moving along.
I nod.
I keep moving along.
I nod, but I look him up and down, and then I nod again, and I keep walking.
Okay. So as you're walking away, he's kind of keeping an eye on you, making sure you're headed off to the stairs. Is everybody going to the stairs?
Yes.
Yes.
You know what? I will say to Gorbag as we're going. I mean, I do think when we're done with our business, we should look into this inequity being delivered upon the people. This is an injustice that can't stand. poor people.
I agree.
Corbach is a man of
I like
few
the way
words.
Yes, I like the way you said that.
I agree.
All right, so you guys head up these stairs. This is quite the long, windy set of stairs you guys are going up. You're going up hundreds of feet. So you finally you're wrapping around these stairs, going up this tower, circling your way up, and you get to the top. And you can see, if we go back to the map of the hive, the map on the left there. That one there, yeah. We're going to make it. There you go. So if you can see where it comes out and is kind of behind, what happened? We lost this. Right, yep, right. So right to the bottom, right there below those other two towers, there's an influx of people that are heading through that area. Right, so they're walking through there. Yes,
is it like a wide variety of people?
Yeah, there's people who are obviously poor, people who are obviously nobles. Everybody seems to be funneling through this one area of the hive. So the hive in Riverbreak, it is the New York City. It is the the condensed area of all, mostly the poor people, but the irony behind the whole thing is even the rich people have to work their way through here to get into the city. So they have to deal with going through all the high population poor people to get there first. So you're guys going to walk down along past those two towers, and then it kind of opens up, and we can go back to our other. Okay, so here you guys come out, and you can see there's a guy who obviously kind of sticks out. He's in like a suit, and like a double-breasted suit, and he looks like all kind of official. And as soon as he sees the Minotaur, specifically, and the half orc, he kind of like waves to you guys over to him. He's human. And we'll actually put you right outside the tower here. We're going to put your minis on the board.
Did we have an idea? Were we given a description of our contact, or were we just given a name?
Just given a name.
All right.
Thaddeus Montelroy is the name of the gentleman that you're seeing. So for those who are watching the stream, we've tried to outline the minis for the players in the color that matches their color on the windows over there. Right now, these are placement minis. We're just using these for right now. We're going to have some different minis, hopefully, next week that more accurately reflect our characters. And for those who are new to the whole Vorpal Board experience, which most of you should be, right now we are in a mode in which we are taking high-res photos, and we're snapping one about every 4 or 5 seconds. So you should see all the players, and I should be a nice video stream that you can see. And right now for the tabletop, we're running snapshots of pictures, mostly because we want you to be able to see the highest quality that you can see. So as you guys come out, as you can see on this map here that we have, this is a very dense part of the hive. So there are people everywhere. You can see vendor booths around. Directly to your left as you come out, there's this raised dais area where there are some vendors around, and there's a fountain in the middle. You can actually see there's a couple in the bottom right-hand corner of this picture. You can see where there's actually some sewer entrances. Like there. So you see there's like a sewer entrance. There are people that actually seem to be coming up with like buckets of who knows what. It's not clear water, and they kind of throw it into the fountain area, and as the fountain runs over, it kind of washes the stuff down into the sewers. So as you expect, it's kind of gross. And like I said, it's a very high density area, and your contact is there. So who would like to talk to the contact?
Maybe that smart lady.
Well, I do have the modified orders.
That's true.
So I'll approach him.
Okay. Oh, greetings, ma'am. I am Thaddeus Montelroy. What can I do to, or not? What can I do? You are here to help us. Welcome to Riverbreak. I'm glad to see you all made it safely.
Thank you, Thaddeus. I see we had a bit of change of plans.
Yes, a small change in plans. You were originally to go to the Scepter to get ready to meet and escort the Queen. She's been delayed slightly. She's here in the city, but she's not going to be leaving for a few days. So until then, we're going to do a couple other things with you folks while we have you waiting, and then we will get you on your escort within the next couple of days.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Very
Well, what can we assist with first?
Well, first, I mean, I'm kind of being thrown in here last minute. This is a quick last minute change. Please walk with me. Well, we will walk and talk. So he kind of starts walking through the crowded people, and he heads almost directly across. You see where there's like the red booth across the road, and see if we can, move him over that way. Yeah, headed that way.
Cool.
And just behind that red booth, there is a little tiny house kind of thing. It's like a little shop, and he's actually going to take you in that shop. And as you guys enter, there's not a lot of people in here. There's only a couple. It looks like it's almost like a little cafe, but oddly enough, there's no signage, so you didn't see any sort of. There's not a sign out front that has a name for the cafe. Nothing says anything. There's, like I said, there's no sort of name or even what kind of cafe it is. But they do seem to be serving food. Thaddeus brings you in. He goes over to a table. He pulls out a couple of chairs, and he sits down and says, "Please come sit."
Question: on the way in, can I try to pick someone's pocket? Like if I'm the last one, like in this shuffle of people.
Whose pocket are you going to try and pick?
I don't know, man. Just like on the way, if they look noble enough and they have a pouch there, I'm going for it.
Okay, give me a perception check. We had a couple people relog. It looks like.
Yeah, I had to do a quick refresh. My internet choked up a little bit.
Perception is a 25. Oh, I'm sorry, 24.
24?
Sorry.
So
Yes.
yeah, as you're kind of walking through there, you can see there's a couple people. There were a couple of noble-like people who were in line like just ahead of you, and they're kind of headed to the right, so they're kind of walking away from you. But you can try and give it a shot. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Cool. Sleight of hand. I mean, I'm looking for a drive-by scenario. Like, I'm not stopping. It's like cut and go. That's what we're doing. Ooh, nice. That is a sleight of hand 24 again.
Okay. See, I might need to bring out the big die. I'm bringing out the big. Look at this. Bang!
Oh,
I'm bringing out the
snap.
boulder to try and beat that 24.
Oh, if you get a nat 1.
Well, it was not a 24. Let me tell you that right now. So yeah, so you kind of do a drive-by little cut real quick, and you grab. Ooh, I'm throwing my dice on the floor. There we go. You grab a quick pouch, and you head into the cafe.
Yep.
So when you guys get in there, he pulls up a little table. You guys all sit down. He's like, so tell me, what do you guys know of your mission?
I hope we all panned and turned to the smart lady all at once here. Like, it just, like, that's what happened.
I'll say
Well,
the Queen is in need of our services. What more do you need to know?
Well, what was the details of your job? Like I said, I was kind of thrown in here last minute, so I don't know all the exact details, so I can tell you what has changed.
All right, I'm suddenly suspicious of this character. I feel like he's trying to pump us for information. Having been, from nobility, I've seen this sort of thing where scoundrels try to take advantage. So I'm gonna measure his words.
Okay.
And look for if excessive blinking.
Okay. Give me an
beat
insight check.
All right. Hang on. Let me pull out my dice box. I you know what? After a moment of furrowing my brow, I realized foolish of me to even suspect this guy. He is completely trustworthy. And may I compliment you, sir, on your suit, that double-breasted. You must recommend your tailor.
Did you say any of that out loud by chance?
Oh, yeah. I do.
I would try to check as well. It's someone that doesn't trust anyone.
Bryn's not feeling very good either. I'm gonna join unnamed outside.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 1. I have given this guy my.
You fully believe everything he says. This guy is the most honest person you've ever met. There's no way he would lie to you. He is the nicest guy you've ever met. He's great.
You have my sword, sir.
DM, Bryn's gonna step outside.
Chris, we don't have your audio for some reason.
Oh.
I say, why don't you already know?
I told you.
And I activate my ring of truth telling.
Oh.
Ooh. Fun
The
boy.
big gun.
Did I give you a ring of truth telling?
Yes.
What the hell was I thinking? Why would I give the paladin a ring of truth telling?
That is awesome. Right out of the gates.
Let's see. What does your ring of truth telling do? You have
Advantage on insight check.
And insight checks. Okay, go ahead and roll.
I rolled a natural 20, so 23.
What kind of an idiot would give you that magic item? I don't know.
Perfect.
So yeah, Korbag, you're something's a little bit off with his story. You're not sure what. He does not seem to be entirely 100% truthful to you. Something is a little bit off.
So I step very close to him and I lean over and I say, why don't you already know?
Well, I told you I've been thrown in on this at the last moment, so I'm not sure exactly what you were told previously. And there are certain things I'm not allowed to tell, so I just want to make sure you know what you know and what I'm supposed to be telling you, because I don't want to actually tell you something I'm not supposed to tell you. So.
Did we meet this guy at the place we were supposed to for the rendezvous, or did he just intercept us?
You met him where you were supposed to meet him, according to the second set of orders.
Well, to Gorbag, I'm gonna go on, Ember. Yeah.
Because the good old lawful good paladin here has a truth ring, is there any way that we can ask if that was actually his name or if he's impersonating someone for that interception? Like, is that a thing? Like, I trust the guy completely. I'm just saying for you other guys that have all these, like, issues going on, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you think he's 100% who he is. I mean, he's there's no way he would lie to you.
Yeah. I'm just saying, to reiterate my point, like...
Yeah, I mean, I gestured to the Minotaur, and I say, look, we have looked into his heart. Gorbag, nobody would deceive us who wears a suit such as this. He's on the Queen's business, man. Come to your senses.
If he was on the Queen's business, he'd know why we were here.
You would think.
Well, he can't let us know everything.
Not all at once, anyway. You know? I trust the guy. I don't know about you guys. 100%.
Indeed.
Okay. So basically, you're all here. You're going to be in a few days' time. Now that the plans have changed slightly, you're going to be escorting the Queen through the forest to the other side of the island with her entourage. You will be part of that, and you will be taking her on a mission of diplomatic importance with an elven village. Does that sound like what you were told previously?
Yes.
Yes. Precisely.
Yeah.
You see? How else would he know this? Gorbag, I appreciate your suspicion. It has kept us safe on our journeys, and but my friend, trust me, if there's one thing I'm certain of, it is this man's loyalty to the Queen and to our mission.
What he said.
And without backing up, I say, are you loyal to the Queen?
Of course I am. I am a servant of the queen.
May I make an insight check?
Yep. Go ahead.
20.
That he seems to be telling. Well, so the beginning part of the sentence, he seems to be telling you the truth. The part where he says that he's loyal to the queen. When he gets to the second part of the sentence, where he says he's a servant of the queen, that's not quite 100% honest. You are suspicious of that.
Do you serve the queen? Are you the queen's servant?
Actually, Chris, give me a not deception. What's the word I'm looking for?
Intimidation?
No, he's trying to read you. Give me a. I'm blanking for a minute here. Give me a persuasion. That's the one I'm looking for.
Let's see. 12.
Okay. He looks back at you. He looks you right straight in the eyes. He says to you, I am loyal to the queen.
Are you a politician? I said, are you a...
We need to get Dan a desk, I think.
Sorry, I'm on my son's bed because he has this cool backdrop. And I'm just trying to
I'm getting sick watching Dan go up and down.
Oh, it's C6. Sorry, guys.
I know. Oh. All right, thank you. Character break.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, go ahead. Continue.
I say, what are you, a politician? I asked you if you are a servant of the queen. We've already established that you're loyal.
As I said, I am loyal to the queen. And when he makes that statement, he seems 100% honest. Now, some food. You guys must be starving. It's been a long journey.
I could go for some that Dragon Crush wine that I've been hearing so much about.
Oh, Dragon Crush wine. Yes. Oh,
Dragon Crush.
Finest wine in the land. But you will never have a greater wine than Dragon Crush. Only made here in Riverbreak, as a matter of fact. I'm sure we could come up with a little bit of Dragon Crush wine for you. So he kind of gestures. A couple people come out. It kind of looks like it's like a little old lady and a little old man. The lady comes out and she puts down like some cheese and some food, drops a carafe of wine on the table, and then she kind of shuffles her way back off towards the kitchen. He takes a little bit of the cheese and a little bit of the bread. He pours a little bit of wine in a cup and starts drinking and eating. Please eat up, drink up.
Oh,
Don't mind if I do, and I'll start reaching and eating.
Okay. Bryn, are you going in for some food and wine?
Lots of wine.
Okay.
Lots
so
of wine.
you pour the Dragon Crush wine out, and as you see, being new to the area and being new to Dragon Crush wine, as you pour, so Dragon Crush is a red wine. It's kind of purplish in color, but as you pour it, you notice that there's almost like a silver sheen to it as it pours. Think of in our real human world, like when gas is on top of the water, you know how that looks, where you get that color on the surface kind of a thing. It's kind of similar to that, this little silver kind of shimmer to the wine as you pour it on the surface of it.
Perfect. I pour a glass for each of my my companions here.
Okay.
Before taking a drink myself.
Okay.
I will pocket my glass of wine into a vial.
Okay.
I don't trust it. I literally just look at everyone and I give them like a head shake as they go to sip, and I'm like,
Yeah. I'm gonna sniff it. I've never seen anything like this.
Okay. So you go ahead and
I'm
sip
down
it.
mine.
It smells really nice. It smells really good. Bryn is taking taking into the wine himself, and he seems to be enjoying it. And Bryn, it is probably the best wine you've ever tasted.
I've only tasted one wine before, so this is phenomenal.
Sorry. I do
Definitely
paper,
better
guys.
than the
This
definitely better than
has-
the drow wine that you've had in the past.
So this is not normal Dragon Crush wine, though, right? Like compared to what we've seen in the past. That's what you're telling me, right?
No, this is normal Dragon Crush wine. For those of you who have
Okay.
seen it in the past, like you may have actually had a sip or two of it, or maybe a small glass of it elsewhere, because it does get exported around the world. But it is a
Okay.
very rare and expensive wine.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure because the way you were describing it made it sound like there's some funky stuff going on there, and we need to get that under control.
Yeah, no. I was
as
afraid
a
by
poison
describing it with the
expert-
gas that you might be confused. I didn't mean it to sound that way.
As a poison expert, these are things that I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
All right.
guys.
Okay.
Well, as a noble, then I'll sniff it. I'll say, yes, these grapes were picked by a one-armed dwarf with only 9 toes, and I'll sniff it and I'll mention the year and I'll swill it around in my mouth the way I've seen people do on TV because I'm not a wine drinker. and then I'll pronounce it delicious.
Okay. All right. Korbog, are you partaking in the food and the wine?
I drink half the glass, and then I look at what the nobleman is doing. I grunt, and then I drink the other half.
Okay. All right. Well, he's eating and drinking just normally with like you guys. So he'll continue.
I would
with
like to order a bottle.
a bottle. Okay. Yeah.
For the room.
They'll bring out some more. They will bring out some more. He continues to make small talk with you, just like about your journey and how things went. Whether your travel was good. Some obvious small talk questions along the way. But then at some point, probably a half hour into the conversation, he does get back to your orders and what you were instructed to do. So, like I was saying before, was there any other additions to your orders that you had other than what I've told you?
They said you would tell us.
Okay, good.
Tell us, best friend.
Well, as of right now,
Supplier of mead, food, and beverage. Tell us our orders.
as of right now, that is going to be the Colonel's. However, we do need to look into. There are always dangers everywhere in the area to the Queen and to her royal family. So, your first order of business is going to be to go down the street. We are going to investigate a woman by the name of Madame Zelda, a bit of a charlatan, a gypsy, so to speak, who has a shop down the street, and try and find out what we can about her and whether she's involved in any sort of plot against the Queen.
What evidence do you have?
There have been rumors in the hive of this happening, that there's a plot against the Queen as part of her exit of the city. She's going to be coming through the hive, kind of a tour amongst the unwashed masses, so to speak, and so she wants to see the poor people, and she also wants to make her presence known to them. So she plans to go through the hive, and the rumor is that there may be an attempt on her life, and this Madame Zelda may have something to do with it.
Or at the very least, may be able to predict when and where such an attack may come.
Yes, and if she is not involved, it is entirely possible that with her divine powers that she may be able to let us know what is happening.
Wait,
Good.
what? You are weird, dude. All right, like you're my best friend, and I trust you, but there's some stuff you're saying that isn't adding up. So first, let me get this straight with my really terrible chicken scratch notes that I actually wrote with this chicken bone, which was delicious, by the way. All right, so what we have here, we have this Madame Zelda lady who you really don't know a lot about, that she's a gypsy, but now she has magical powers, and you have no complete evidence, sir, mind you, that she is in a conspiracy to kill the queen. You have no proof, no evidence. You just want us to go and raid this little old lady's house.
Well, I want you to discuss with her what's happening and see maybe you can find information that those of us who she might know and those of us who are obviously members of the city would set off. You being adventurers go to see the gypsies all the time. And gypsies are powerful creatures. I mean, they are practitioners of magic for the gods' sake. I mean, they
Not
can be
any
powerful.
gypsies I've seen.
Well, gypsies around here have some very powerful magic.
We'll see.
Well,
What
like
kind
mic
of shop
drops.
is she a purveyor of?
Say that again.
What kind of a shop is she a purveyor of?
She has a fortune-telling shop down the street where she tells the fortunes of all those who come to
Fortune-telling.
see her. Yes.
Wait. This is it. We don't want to alert her to what it is we're investigating. So we go there as patrons looking to learn our own fortune. Now, if she predicts that we are in danger while protecting someone of great importance, perhaps a queen, let's say, for example, then we know that there's something amiss.
Look, you can go get your fortune told. They're going to tell you that you put on the left shoe first and the right shoe every morning. Or they're going to talk to some, dead relative, like your grandmama Connie, that, passed away from, I don't know, a truck car horse thing ran her over. Sorry. It's all fake. It's
Are
all
you
fake. That's
a fortune teller? Did you know my mom?
Oh my god. And give me 10 points. I need 10 silver for that fortune telling. Grandma Makani. Hello. All right, give it here. It's right here.
And actually, while you guys are having this talk,
Start drinking more.
while you guys are having this talk, a small person comes up to Thaddeus, kind of taps him on the shoulder, and he turns. It's a gnome. However, even small for a gnome. So you think it's probably a gnome child. Kind of walks up, taps him on his shoulder. He leans over, brings his ear down to where the gnome child could actually speak into his ear. The gnome child whispers something, and he looks at you all and is like, "I am sorry. I must take my leave of you. However, Madame Zelda is just down the street, just a couple of buildings. You'll know she's got a little stone building with a gypsy wagon next to it. I will meet you sometime after that. I will find you."
Is there a way I can try to read lips? Is that a thing that we can do in
Jack,
fifth
give
edition?
me a perception check.
What is it?
Perception.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Okay.
That was like a 9.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
So the little gnome child whispers something in his ear. He seems intrigued by what the child is saying, and he takes his leave of you. He gets up and before he leaves, he turns to the little old lady who's kind of coming towards you guys with some more drinks, and he grabs a coin purse off his side and he tosses it to her, and then he heads out of the door.
I like that one.
Nice guy.
As trustworthy as the day is long.
I mean, he doesn't have his order of events right, but he's a nice guy. I trust him.
I do
trust
not.
people pretty easily.
Well, that's what happens when you roll a nat 1. You trust anybody. Everything makes sense here, no problems.
Are you guys going to continue eating a little bit, or?
I was wanting to.
Yeah. Let's not delay. This Madame Zelda, if she is elderly, perhaps she takes her rest early in the evening. We don't want to tire the old girl out. It would be discourteous.
What time of day is it?
We haven't finished the wine.
You're at about 4:00 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the bottle that they brought, I'm keeping. by the way. Like,
Okay.
I'm not opening it. That's going out the door. All right. I'm gonna go and head to this Madame Zelda, who I think may be falsely accused of trying to kill the queen. So,
Oh yeah.
So if you guys remember too, our viewers won't know this, but you guys knew this. There are multiple suns in the sky. So in this world of a 24-hour day, it's about 18 hours of sun.
oh,
There are 4 suns in the sky that kind of move through the sky, and it's not until the last sun finally goes down that you actually get darkness. So you get kind of a varying degree of light and dark for most of the day. And at one point, like in the high noon kind of speak, it's very bright out. It's very sunny because there are 4. They're not all the same size in the sky, but there are 4 suns in the sky. So it is a lot before the last one finally goes down.
So glad I picked the drow. I didn't know that before you said that the whole world.
I didn't know either.
I know that made me very happy when you chose Drow.
It's a good thing I have a giant cloak on and I'm completely covered, but still, I'm worthless in daytime.
It made
Great.
me very happy when you chose Drow.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys headed out of the little cafe and to head down the street?
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll move your minis out
Yep.
into the street here and give me some perception checks. Everybody can give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'm going to hang back about 20 or 30 feet, okay, Art?
Yep.
I want to watch who's watching us.
If you want to roll some digital dice, you can, or you can roll actual dice. It does not matter.
21.
19.
Dang.
20.
Oh,
12.
Geez, everybody rolled good except Luca. Korbog, what did you get?
Yeah.
22.
We're waiting for our camera to shift here so it tells you guys where you guys are. Okay, so as you guys come out, Korbog, what did you get again? Sorry.
22.
22. Okay, so everybody rolled really high except for Luca, I think, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Poor Luca.
Okay, so for those of you that rolled high,
Darn.
as you come out of this little cafe, again, the street is very busy. You see there are little vendor booths set up along the way. Everybody except Luca Luca is kind of distracted all the time. She apparently seems to be like constantly looking up at the sky, looking around at various things because she hasn't been very perceptive with anything yet. Across the way, you see. So all the guards of Riverbreak, the town guards, are actually barbarians, and they wear this purple armor, and they have like fur-lined like cloaks and stuff over their shoulders, and you see a couple of the barbarians of Riverbreak, the guards, on the dais across the street, and there's a small booth that seems to be selling something. You can't quite tell from here. The distance is a little bit far. Those of you who made really good rolls of like 20 plus, you can kind of make out there's some sort of a trinket there. It's not a shiny object or anything, but there's some sort of a trinket there.
I'll go.
And the guards seem to be harassing the proprietor of said little stall, which happens to be, now that for those of you that made that roll really high, it's the small boy that came to talk to Thaddeus. And they seem to be over there kind of giving him a hard time. They're saying something about a permit, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, come on, kid, give us the money for the permit.
I'll say, excuse me, like as intimidating as I can. Like, and like puffer fish up as this like 7-foot female Minotaur, like put some bass in my voice. Leave the kid alone.
Okay, give me a performance roll and see if you can make it above.
Or do you want me to do intimidation?
Well, performance first. Let's see if you can make it above the sound of the streets and.
19 for performance.
Okay. Yep. So you let out this nice big booming sound. So there, go over to the right. Yeah, right there. That's about where she's that little boy. That little dot is in the middle there. That's where the little kid is. If you can see that, for those of you who are playing, the players, where the purple arrow is, there's a little kid right there. Well, it's a gnome child in front of that booth, and the two guys to his left and right are these guards.
Did everybody get the board back?
Did we get the board back?
Yeah, I have the
I
board.
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that one of them seems to kind of stop, and he turns and looks over in your general direction. He kind of like waves his hand, and one of the guards that happens to be on the street, which is quite near you guys actually, seems to kind of turn and look at you. Oh, hang on. We might have a technical difficulty. Hang on a second.
In case everybody's wondering, out in the real world, Vorpal does not take a whole lot of internet bandwidth when you're just playing on Vorpal, but when you want to stream on Twitch, it chokes a ton of internet.
All right, so the Minotaur kind of yelled over. The barbarian looked back and kind of gave you a little, none of your business. Go about your business.
I proceed to walk forward.
And as the one guy again, so again, now this is one that's right about there. There is, if you can see right there, that guy there. He's the one that kind of turned towards you, and
This
he's
guy?
like, yep, right there in the middle.
So I'm gonna give you the path I'm going, right? I want to like parkour over this table right here,
Okay.
like into that. Like I just want to look just like, huh, like I don't know. However you foresee a Minotaur parkouring,
yeah.
like in your mind, that's what's happening. But I want to like, in maybe not possible, but since I am like a rogue and I have like dash, so if I dash over the table as a bonus action, can I still like try to intimidate him to back him off?
Yeah.
Or do I think my party members are gonna help me?
Well, so give me an acrobatics check, Ember.
Okay,
Unnominated.
it's not bad. It's not bad. 17.
Okay. So the Minotaur actually does manage to do a little bit of a parkour over the table. We got her character moved here in a second. Here, actually, I'm going to get up and move. Ignore me for a second. So Ember does a little parkour jump over the table. As she does it, she clears all the food off the table.
I'm gonna exclaim at that and just say, by the gods, I admire that sort of movement.
As you can see, she does this jump over the table. She lands. There's a guard right there about 10 feet away from her. That's the guard that kind of turned and waved to the guy in the streets. And as this is happening, we're about to roll initiative. But before that, the other guard on the other side.
Use our words.
Hang on. The other guard on the other side of the child. If we go over there, yep. He just at that point just backhands the child and knocks him on the ground.
Whoa.
There he
I
goes.
appreciate a good kid slapping, but that was a little bit unnecessary. That's
So-
what I'm gonna say.
Give me some initiatives. Let me write some names down here. Got Luca. I got Bryn. Got Korbog. I got Unnamed. And
Yes.
Calamar.
It's unnamed.
There you go,
You
Chris.
say it every time like it's like the coolest thing in the world. I'm like, oh no.
Unnamed.
Unnamed.
Okay, let me roll my initiatives quick. And then I'll ask you yours. Ooh.
+4.
Okay, Luca, what'd you get for initiative?
Got 9.
9. Oh, you're off to a great rolling start today.
Yeah.
Bryn, what'd you get?
So
19.
good.
19? Korbog,
19.
19 as well. Unnamed,
Well, a 6
A 6.
seems pretty solid, right?
Well, yeah, you want to, assess the whole battlefield before acting. You don't want to be too hasty. Yes, that's probably good.
Yeah, that's it.
Calamar, what'd you get?
A very speedy 8.
Very speedy 8. All right. So, Bryn and Korbog, between the two of you, who would like to go first?
Go for it, Paladin.
Okay, so
All right.
put Korbog as first. Go right ahead, Korbog. What would you like to do?
I move through past the Minotaur and all the way up to the guard that backhanded the child.
Okay. He's going to move all the way up to where the Minotaur... So that's going to be probably a double move for you, it looks.
Yep.
And he's going to go up to the one on the other side. Yeah, that guy with the axe right there. Yep, okay.
Parkour Paladin.
All right, so the Paladin...
I just shove things out of the way. I don't parkour.
It doesn't parkour. He just moves things. Okay, so the Paladin's going to move all the way up there and kind of get up in the face of this large gentleman with the axe in his hand. And that's going to be his action.
I have not drawn a weapon, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, no one's drawn any weapons. They're just being all aggressive for no reason.
Bryn.
I'm going to go ahead and jump right up on top of this table here.
Yep.
Draw my bow and hold my action until something goes down.
Okay, so Bryn's going to reach up here and grab him. Ooh, I can't reach. Oh, hang on, we got it. He's going to jump up on the table next to the yellow Minotaur.
For the viewers, Art set up a 6-foot-long 3D terrain for today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually 3 foot by 4 foot, but yeah.
And Vorpal Board's Instagram put up a very clear picture of it, and it looks fantastic, the whole setup.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Actually,
we can see a tiny bit of it right now.
Yeah, I have to
It's
give
ridiculous.
credit. My wife actually did most of the setup. She's the creative genius behind my terrain setups, and she did a really good job of it. So,
yeah.
All right, so Bryn hops up on the table, and that's it for him. So he's holding his action. So now it's their turn. So the guy that's standing with Korbog in his face with this big axe. This is none of your business, and he's gonna just kind of take the flat of his axe and kind of give Korbog a smack.
Oh.
As he pulls his axe back, I say, "It's about to be my business."
I like that you still haven't escalated this and he hits you.
So he actually swings at you twice. He kind of brings the flat of the axe around the first time, and as he misses wickedly, he brings the flat of the axe back at you. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Okay, so he kind of wildly swings this axe twice at you. Again, he's using the flat. He's not trying to cut you per se, but he's using this axe flipping at you. The other ones seem to spring into action. So this the one that is next to the Minotaur, he's going to step up and also do something. Right there next to the Minotaur is good. And then the one that is over here by Luca, the one where the orange person is, he's going to actually turn towards Bryn at the table. And then the one down further, there's another purple guy right there with an axe. Nope, next to him. That guy. Yeah, that one right there. He's going to walk down to Luca. And then the other one with the sword, purple guy with the sword. Nope, further. Right there. He's going to come down to the other player of Dan of Calamar. Okay,
Art,
so,
as soon as
Yep.
as soon as this guy took a swing at Korbog, I would have loosed my arrow at him.
okay, you're gonna let it go.
Let it fly.
Okay, go ahead.
So-
So you can make your strike.
Sneak attack, correct?
It will be, yes, correct. But he has acted, so you will not get your assassination.
Got it. Oh, jeez. That's 2 already.
Okay, so you let that arrow go. You probably got
Excellent
startled by
warning
the-
shot.
Yeah, that was intentional.
You probably got startled by the fact that this other guard came up to your left and came right at you, and you're like, "Oh, person!" And you kind of let that arrow fly, and it goes wild.
Message for you, sir.
So
Good lord.
the other ones of you, you're going to be attacked quickly. So let's see. Unnamed, the Minotaur, does an 18 hit?
Does it? Sorry.
It does.
Yes, it
It
does.
does. Take 5 points of damage
No.
as this guy walks up to you and he hits you with his axe.
So he started it. I just want to clarify. He started this.
Bryn does a 7 hit.
It does not.
Okay, so he swings his axe at you, and you're up on the table, so you kind of just jump up in the air, and the axe goes underneath your feet, wildly missing. Luca does a 12 hit.
No.
Oh, again, he swings wildly and misses you as well. And, oh yeah, Calamar, you are wildly missed as well, because I rolled even more poorly than the last guy did.
Thank you.
Excellent.
That's all those guys. And then, Luca, it is your turn.
Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and take my quarterstaff and try to clock the guy who swung at me across the head.
Okay, go right ahead.
Ooh, does a 15 hit?
15 is a hit. They're not heavily armored. They're wearing like a
Yeah.
heavy leather armor.
Okay. Let's see. Points
How much?
of damage.
Say that again.
3 points.
3 points. Okay. All right. So Luca takes
3.
brings that.
I rolled terribly.
yeah, I see. I can see that. Luca brings back that quarterstaff and whacks the guy. Gives him a good solid shot. And then it is Calamar.
So, which one is the one that struck the child?
That's the one that's right up in the face of Korbog.
Okay. I say to him, to that one, I point and I say, "That was ill done, sir." And then I use my You don't have your weapon out, do you, Korbog? Or you do?
Oh, we lost your audio, Chris.
I do not.
Do you want to backhand him? I'll commander strike and let you backhand him if you want.
Sure.
Okay, then I'll command. I say, "That was ill done, sir." Korbog, teach him a lesson, and you can use your reaction to attack him.
I open hand slap him.
Okay. Go ahead. Make your attack roll.
23.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
I would like to divine smite.
I believe you get a bonus to this too, right? Because Calamar, when you command him, he gets an extra die of damage or something, right?
Oh, let me see. Yeah, maybe this. Thanks for that. Let me see. I think it's the superiority die to the damage. Here
which is
goes.
what?
Let me use my old
8.
school D8 for
Yeah.
five extra points.
Okay, so Chris, go ahead and attack with 5 extra points.
Then he takes 21 damage from my open hand slap.
Oh, jeez. Holy crap.
Yeah, half-orc.
Well, this open hand slap, which
brutal.
as it hits his face, like this flash of divine light goes off as it strikes him.
A total lich slap.
Yeah. I see what you did there. Yeah,
It was done indeed.
So he's like, he's shaking his head. He's not entirely sure what the heck just happened, but he's not happy about it.
He slapped the Lord into him.
Unnamed, it is your turn.
Yes.
That sounds so sacrilegious. No matter how you put it.
And Ember, it's you.
Oh
get to
man,
attack.
it is me. Okay, now let's see here. I'm pretty chaotic when it comes to fighting, so you mess with the bull and you get the horns, as some might say. So yeah, I'm gonna do a goring horn attack,
Okay.
and then as my bonus action, I'm going to hide. I know that sounds crazy. All right.
You're going to attempt to hide as your bonus action?
Yep, sure will.
Okay, so go ahead and use your horn attack.
Does a 24 hit?
Oh, yeah. By far.
Math is hard. 24 hits?
Yes.
Man. Alright, and then it's not a lot, but plus 4. 9 points of damage. And
Do you not get your sneak attack on that?
No, because it wasn't a sneak attack. I'm looking right at him.
Oh yeah, you don't have anybody. You don't have anybody next to him. Okay, yep.
No, I just parkoured over a table and a dude hit me. So because so I have this ability called Hammering Horns. After I hit a creature in a melee attack on my turn. Oh, never mind. I don't want to use my bonus action for that. Never mind. Next time.
Okay. Next time. Okay.
Yeah, but I do need a hide.
Okay, so go ahead and make your hide check.
19.
Okay, so you guys see that the Minotaur does, in fact, she rips her horns into this guy's chest, and then she dives into the area, the booth there, the green colored booth, and hides. Yeah, the people are moving. People are scattering everywhere. Where you guys are doing
Minotaur
all this.
hiding
Minotaur hiding behind the. Yeah.
Did I do a good job at least?
Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty live in space.
You see this dumbfounded look on Bryn's face, wondering what in the world this gigantic Minotaur is trying to do.
And
I'm
Korbog.
doing a great job. No one saw me.
You seem to be well hidden. Korbog, it's your turn.
I give him a respectful nod since he's not on the ground yet.
No, yeah, he's not. He's standing there.
And then I say, "Ill done indeed," and I use Channel Divinity to make a vow of enmity.
Okay.
So I get to roll with advantage, I think. Let's see.
Oh yeah, with your.
Yeah. Let's see.
You got it.
Till he takes damage. Yeah.
Yep.
22.
22
Hand
hits.
again?
Oh yeah, 22 hits.
Okay. I will smite him again.
Oh, that's gonna be bad for him.
You smite the Jesus.
He takes 15 more damage from that slap.
So so you hit him, and that's a good hard one. And he actually kind of drops down to one knee for a moment there, and he kind of just looks up at you, and he's like, "I can do this all day," as he stands back up. Bryn.
How's this guy looking that Korbog's got in his face?
He's got a big red mark on one side and a big red mark on the other side. He's not looking good.
All right, I'll go ahead and take another shot at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll in person this time.
So hey, now because you are in melee combat with somebody else, you are at disadvantage on your attack roll. So you roll twice and take the lower number.
Even though I'm attacking a different guy?
Yes. Because the guy is harrying
Crap.
you. The guy next to you is swinging at you, and you're kind of trying to duck out of the way. And...
That was a legit nat 20 on the first one. That's horrible. A 3. Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't hit.
Yeah. So again, you almost had a perfect. You were sure you had a shot lined up right square in the eyes, and as you get ready to fire, this guy next to you again, he's swinging at you and stuff, and you had to dodge out of the way of a swing, and your arrow goes wide again.
Okay. Keep laughing, Minotaur. Try ducking down further.
So the guy that's on Korbog. Oh, I see. We're going to play like that, are we? And this time he brings that axe at his back, and this time he spins it, and you can see that the sharp side is coming at you this time. That's going to be probably a 13.
That's a miss.
That's what I thought. And an 8. Man, I cannot roll for crap today. So those are two wicked misses as his double-bladed axe zips past you one way, and then he tries to bring it back with the other side of the blade and get you with that, and he misses with that one too.
All day, you say? All day.
The one that was on the Minotaur is going to have to find a new target, and he's going to go down and try and take care of Bryn as well, seeing as Bryn's right there in front of him. He doesn't know where the Minotaur went off to. The Minotaur suddenly disappeared on him or something. So he's going to come down and try and take a swipe at Bryn, and I do not think an 11 is going to hit.
It does not.
And the other one takes a swipe at Bryn. How about a 13?
Nope.
Oh man, I can't hit for. Oh, the numbers. I'm rolling bigger numbers, so we're getting closer. Luca. Oh, there we go. A non-natural 20. I think a 20 hits, right?
Hey, wait.
That'll hit. Yeah.
Oh, yep, wait.
Hang on. Can I use my reaction to impose disadvantage with my protection?
Oh, you can actually, because you are right
Yes.
next to her.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay, so let me roll with disadvantage. And the 6. Oh, well, you avoided a natural 20 for somebody by the disadvantage, so that it's still going to hit Aluka, but you get that shield up there to block, knowing that might have parted her hair right down the middle.
Yeah, good.
So Luca, take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okie doke.
And then, Calamar, you get attacked for a 16.
So I managed to spin my shield over and repel that attack.
Oh, okay.
And
Little
you
double
cat.
block action going on there.
Yeah.
And Luca, it is your turn.
All right, awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just switch over to fighting with my fists against this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to take one punch at his face.
Yep.
Ooh, okay, so natural 16
Yep.
plus so dirty 20.
Yep, that's going to hit.
Awesome. Okay, so that's going to be 5 points
Okay.
damage.
Another shot hits him.
Would like to,
What's that?
and I'd like to expend a key point and
Okay.
take flurry of blows.
Okay, go ahead.
Against him.
Here it comes.
So first one, so I'll take 2 more
Yep, go right
hits
ahead.
at him. First one is going to be 15.
Hits. Solid hit.
Okay, second will be definitely not gonna hit a 6.
The 6 does not hit. But the first one
Okay,
hits.
so that first hit. Okay, awesome. Oh, I dropped that. Okay, so now someone's damage.
How much?
4.
4? Okay. And a quick, for those people watching out there, after this battle, we'll do a giveaway.
Woo!
We got some stuff. We got stuff to give.
Free stuff. Everybody likes free stuff.
Free stuff is good. Calamar, your turn.
Okay. Well, there's this guy next to me who took a shot. So let me. I'll draw my steel. And
Yeah, right there.
you know what? I'll draw my steel and I'll warn him. I'll say, you and your Cretan friends disappear, and I'll rally again. I'll rally Gorbog, and I'll say, Gorbog, finish it. If you want to use your reaction, you could smash him.
Indeed, I do.
I'm sure he does, yes. Is the third time the charm, Korbog?
I rolled a 15.
15 hits.
Nice.
So he takes exactly 4 damage, I think.
4?
I don't think I got to go that round.
We hadn't gotten you yet. You were almost. You were next.
Okay.
4, Chris.
Yeah, let me make sure.
Yeah, Ember,
yeah.
I'm using my powers to give him an attack.
Okay. So you
Yes,
hit-
4 damage.
Okay, so you hit him again with your third smack of 4 damage, and as you make that hit, you see his eyes kind of roll back into his head, and down he goes. He is now prone, so we'll put a prone and an unconscious marker on him, actually. We have an unconscious marker. So
I think he lied.
as part of the giveaway today that we're going to be giving away in a little while are these nice chest and trove markers that are being placed on him right now. We'll get the unconscious and the prone on him. And once it refreshes here, we will get the, you'll see it. There we go. There you go. There they are. So he is down. The big guy goes down. And unnamed, it's your turn.
About to
Oh,
ask
that's me.
my
Sorry.
giveaway.
So this is what I want to do. So that giveaway just happened, and I got all distracted. So this is what I want to do. I'm in this yellow situation right here, right?
Yep.
Bam. So
We're gonna have some giveaways coming up soon on the Twitch channel for Vorpal Board. So
can I
Yeah,
just
muted the audio.
like
You muted
maybe
video.
do guys?
sorry,
Mute your
I thought
audio,
I muted
Dan.
it. I did.
No, you muted your
Oh,
video. Come on, rookie.
All right, social media guru here. Come on.
Oh man, look at him go. So I'm in here, right? So there's a guy
Yes.
like in this area.
Yes.
Because my people are getting flanked right now, and I don't
Yes.
appreciate that. Is there a way that I can do a running like gore sneak attack through the both of them?
Not through both of them, but you can get one of them. Or you can do your offhand attack. So you could kind of hit one of them and go for the second one with your offhand attack as your bonus action.
Or hear me out here. Could I go charging sneak attack to the one with my bonus action ability as a Minotaur? I can push them. What is it? 10 feet back? I think. Hold on.
Oh, you have the
Yeah,
you can push
but
it.
with that 10 feet back, I mean, they look pretty like lined up to me. Can I just go bowling? Could that be a thing?
I'll give you a shot at it. Let's see if you hit the first one.
Okay, cool. I'll take it. I'll take a risk. All right.
Okay, so you come emerging out of which coincidentally happened to be a yellow booth for your yellow mini, which is kind of funny. You come bursting out and try and hit the first one. What do you got?
So 14 plus. Sorry, I gotta get to my check. 14 plus 6, 20.
Okay, yeah, with a 20, that is a solid hit. As you hit him, roll your damage.
That is. Oh, it's 2, 6. 15 points of damage.
15 points. That's going to be plenty. So
And then-
as you hit that guy, you hear a snap, which sounds like it probably was a couple of ribs as your head is down there, bowling into him, and he's going to be going unconscious as well.
Cool. He does have to make that DC. You get a DC 14 strength saving throw from that bonus ability that I have.
Well, he'll be at disadvantage on that because he's going unconscious. So there we put the unconscious marker on him. He is unconscious and he failed his save, so he's going to go flying back against his friend. Give me what do I want to make you roll here, Ember? Give me an athletics check.
Oh, damn it! I'm better at acrobatics. Oh no!
Run through Calamar.
But you're strong.
Yeah, I'm strong. I had to go back and look at my character because I didn't realize that after the bonus I got that high.
D&D Beyond for the win.
Yeah, D&D Beyond for the one. Athletics.
Yes.
Yes.
16.
No, that's good. Yeah, so you fling him back into the other guy. Give me just that'll knock them both prone, and the one guy's unconscious, so we don't have to put a marker on him. He can just be unconscious. But the other guy will get knocked prone, and you can roll your weapon damage again, and we'll say that he falls down and takes a little bit of damage from the horn.
6 points.
Okay.
Do you want me to add the strength modifier or just a straight up die roll?
Just straight up die roll on that one, just because he got the guy bounced back into him. The guy that you knocked out took the brunt of the damage. Okay, so that happens. That's technically the end of the round, but the guards actually at that point, the two unconscious ones, they don't do anything obviously because they're unconscious. The other three are kind of like putting their hands up and like, yeah, you guys can go about your business here. We don't need any more violence on the streets. Is anybody going to continue to press the attack, or are you going to allow it to end?
I'll allow it to end.
I say, why did you
I'm gonna
slap
check
this
the boy.
child?
So the one of the ones that's over by Bryn kind of turns to you because the guy that you're next to, Korbog, is knocked out. But the other guy is like, he didn't have a permit. He can't be out here on the street without a permit selling stuff. It's against the law.
Punishable by slaps?
Punishable by whatever we say.
I take out my hammer.
Are we with two different ones, or is there one that's conscious right now?
What's that, Ember? Say a little closer.
Is there only one that's conscious right now?
No, there's 3 that are conscious. The one guy who was prone stands back up.
Cool. So they're disengaging now, correct? I'm sorry, I'm trying to get all caught up.
Yeah. They're kind of like trying to break up the fight here and just be like, look, we don't need to. This violence doesn't need to go any further. But Korbog has pulled out a hammer. What are you doing, Korbog?
Cool. I like it.
I just turn around with my hammer in my hand and wait.
Okay. So they see.
And I make a loud tapping sound on the pavement, like ting.
Okay. All right. So they seem to be dispersing and letting things end here. So that'll be it for that.
Can I do like the good old Mufasa from Lion King? Sorry, it's Scar. But Simba, and be like, "Run away, Scar! Run away and never return." But I want to just boom back through the streets, just because why not?
Sure.
You know?
You can try that. Why not? Sure. It is quite loud here, but some people seem to be reacting, and they're trying to shy away from you guys because there's violence happening over there. Korbog, the little halfling boy, kind of looks up at you, and now that he realizes he's been kind of holding his head and hiding down because there's violence happening, he realizes that nothing is happening, looks up at you, and he gets up and is like, "Thank you, kind sir."
You're welcome.
I owe you. That was very, very kind of you.
Does the guard that's unconscious at my feet have a purse?
He does. He does in fact have a purse on him.
I take it off of his belt.
Okay.
And I toss it to the child.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, thank you.
He doesn't deserve it.
At about that time, the other guards have now kind of come over to you, and they see you take the purse off, and they're not messing. They're not gonna step on you. And
what you gonna do?
They kind of pull that guy up to his feet, and start dragging him off the road, off the dais kind of area, and they're kind of going about their own business.
Tell him to consider making those tattoos permanent.
These 2 big hand marks on his face.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go out of tactical round around here, and we can actually switch our view, so the viewers can have a different view of just players here. There we go. Okay, so as you guys continue down the street towards Madame Zelda's area, let's actually take a quick break and let's do our giveaway.
Woo!
Giveaway! Woo, 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 woo. This is me dancing, but this is as good as it gets.
Yeah. Yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the giveaway, and it's a exclamation point raffle is going to be the word we're going to use. And we'll start it now, and it will continue until the end of the show, and then we will give away to somebody. Our prize for today to be given away is some WizKids minis. And some of the awesome chest and trove status markers, as you've seen. There, Bryn's holding them up now. Bryn's got them at his house. And the awesome chest and trove markers that we've been using with the unconscious and all that, which are awesome. They're a clear acrylic marker. They're great. And WizKids pre-primed plastic minis, which are awesome. We got a whole little stash of that to go out to somebody. There you go. So he's showing them up now. There you go.
Cool.
Whole box of them.
He's got a bunch of them, yeah. Uh-oh. A cat of death.
Can I enter?
Yes.
Chris wants to enter.
Oh my gosh, Kitten.
I know. She's so mad. She's just been chilling
So
out on the
cute.
floor. and just reaching up. She'll reach up and just be like, "Hey, come here. I want to talk to you." But she's real nosy now. She'll probably like try to lay on the computer. You can't do this thing. But this is my parrot kitty. She just wants to lay on me. This is Buppy the puppy slayer. So.
What's that?
Oh my goodness, so cute.
Animals on the stream always help. You know.
She should show him.
Yes.
Okay, we got that going okay? Okay, that's all going okay. Do we want to take a quick break and then come back to it? Anybody else? Anybody need a break? Just take a quick little 5?
Break?
Yeah, take a quick.
How long?
Let's take a quick like 10-minute break to just grab a bathroom break and all that, and then we'll come right back.
All right, awesome.
All right, so everybody stay tuned, enter the raffle, and we will be right back.
Right back.
Okay, so we're back. All right, so our players have just finished a little squabble here with the guards of the hive. They're now on the way, as you can see in our map down in the left-hand corner here. You can see that we have the players are moving their way through the streets towards Madame Zelda's. Okay, so you guys travel down the street again, very very crowded. Some of these, it's a little less crowded now, and people are kind of staying out of your way a little bit because they saw the violence that just broke out, and they don't want any piece of that. As you work your way down to Madame Zelda's, we'll change the camera view here in a sec to show you where Madame Zelda's is. So for those of you watching the Twitch stream, this is just a cell phone on an arm above the table, and this will move. We just have it hooked to the table, and you can move this around and show different parts of the board. So you can see the top of the red wagon over here. I'm pointing my finger. There you go. See it? That is the Madame Zelda's wagon, and we're going to just get a better view here with the camera.
Make this a little bit nicer.
Yep. So you guys walk down there, and you see this is a small stone building, whereas some of the other buildings that you're walking past are wooden buildings. This one is a little stone building. It's a one-story building. It doesn't look like it's all that big.
I'm like super upside down.
Yeah, he's got it upside down. Hang on.
Yeah, I'll rotate.
He's changing the...
I thought it was just me for a second. I'm not even gonna lie to you, and I was like, how'd this map turn that way? And then a part of me was still looking for my mini in what I knew wasn't.
What's that?
Is that good for you?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So you guys can see over here. I can actually point now because I'm actually... there you go, right there. So there's Madame Zelda's wagon, and there's her house right back there. I'm back in there. So you guys get over to the building, and we don't need to be moving minis and stuff for this right this minute. But you guys get over to the building, and it's a small little stone building. It has like a little placard next to the door that has Madame Zelda's. It's got like a crystal ball on like the picture, and the door seems to be slightly open.
Well, obviously, someone's already murdered her. So let's go in.
Right, straight to murder. All right. Great.
Can I check the door for traps, please?
Sure. Go ahead. You can give me an investigation check.
17.
Okay. There does not seem to be any traps.
I kick that door in.
Okay.
Oh,
So as you actually go to
be helping this person,
as you actually go to kick the door, Ember, you realize the door is just an illusion, and your foot kind of goes right through and comes. There's nothing there solid.
Do I can I just fall into the splits and
Almost, yeah. You almost fell into a split. Well, you are hooved, so your hoof kind of lands on the other side. It doesn't get really good grip on the floor.
I turned around and kicked it backwards. It's back here.
So as you go inside the door, you can see that there is, in fact, this small room. It's maybe a 20 by 20 room in here, and there is a woman who's looking at you quite oddly. She's an old elven woman, silver hair. Yes, go ahead.
I'll stick my head in and point to Ember's character and say, she really needs her fortune told.
And I want to turn to him and just go, that's it, no worries. No worries.
I say, don't be bashful.
Yes, please come in. Come to see Madame Zelda. What can I do for you?
What
Are
he
the rest
said.
of you going in?
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna stay outside
Oh, you're going to stay
and
outside?
keep it watch.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay
Everybody
outside and
who's
keep
going
watch.
in, this is where we're going to show the functionality of the dice roll. Can everybody roll a die 20 on the screen for me?
Yep, sure will.
Hang on.
Did I do it?
Nat 20.
Okay.
Hang on. Did mine roll?
Yeah, I think so. I got it.
Huh?
Okay, so we got some dice rolls going on there. Okay, we're good. All right, I got them all.
I got it.
There you go. All right. So you guys all walk in, except for Bryn, who stays outside. And as I said, there's this little old lady, little elven woman, silver hair. Yes, come into Madame Zelda. What can I do for you?
I'll nudge, the others toward the chair. Now, okay, if nobody else is, I'll walk up and I'll sit right down.
Okay.
Hello, madam.
She
so-
pauses for a second and she goes, Calamar is your name, is it not?
I'll look around and I'll say, "You're very good. Yes, indeed."
Or sometimes you are called that.
Well, sometimes I'm just called sir.
Okay. So, what are you doing here? What do you come to Madame Zelda for?
Shouldn't you know?
I know many things, large one. Korbog it is it not?
Yep.
So, I'm getting a message. You are here on a for work. You are in the city of Riverbreak for work. Protecting an important person, I think. Is that right?
I'll turn and look at the others with an amazed face.
And I'm going to turn back to him and say, see, I told you this was fake. That guy Thaddeus stooged us off. Told y'all fortune telling doesn't exist. Oh, I just, stuff.
I find it very hilarious that you trust the last guy completely fully, but when we get to the fortune teller, you don't trust the words she's saying.
I did.
If I wasn't so impressed, I would consider that Thad had tipped her off. That's probably that's the brilliant idea, but she's good.
So she looks Calamar right in the eye. She's like, you are here to protect the queen, I believe it is, yes?
How do you come by your portrait? I'm truly amazed at your gifts.
I see turmoil in your future. I see things may not go entirely as you expect.
Oh, yeah?
I'm pulling my coin
What do
pouch
you mean by
out
that?
and dropping it on the table. You must tell us. You must. The
What
queen's
she's
life is
saying-
at stake.
Is that, in the morning when you have your coffee and you go in the outhouse, she's saying that might not happen till noon, right? That's what she's saying. I don't believe that this lady has any mystical... Like, she gets her illusion. She's just a mage. That's it. I don't know why we're here. We can just get going. That's... Like, look, problem solved. I don't know.
But she knows us. She knows
That's because
what's to come.
Thaddeus told her all about us. That's why he was trying to get more information from us earlier. I know him and I trust him, and he was trying to give us a great experience of a great first day in the city.
I kind of want to step up next to unnamed
Okay.
and try to, as best as possible, whisper towards her. So Madame Zelda is, as best possible, kept out of what I'm
Okay.
about to say.
Go ahead. Make a deception roll.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, that was bad. Ooh, 15 plus... I don't know what my deception modifier is. So 15.
Okay. So go ahead and say what you want to say.
So, if Thaddeus were tipping her off about us coming here, what's the point in us investigating her in the first place?
He wanted to show us a great experience of a great first day. Customs was kind of a little bit rocky. I know what you're thinking. No, it wasn't. But, you know, Thaddeus, I trust him. He intercepted us. He wanted us to relax and enjoy the city and have fun, or at least that's what I think. I mean, what do you think, Kalmar?
And I kind of what? Yes. Wait. I was like half listening, and then like I'm turning back, like I'm like, and you see that I got my hands in her hands now at this point.
Yep.
And I'm like, my lady, you must tell me more.
So, Calamar,
the queen's life is at stake.
She's now like taking your hands, because your hands are like in hers, right?
Yeah,
So she's holding the outside of your hands, and she's like moving them around her crystal ball, and you start to see like these images starting to appear in the ball in front of you, and you're starting to see the image of this woman's face. She is an elven woman. She is very beautiful. She looks middle-aged for an elf, and you're seeing the image starts to form, and just when it almost gets to be fully formed, it disappears. And she's I am seeing tragedy. I am seeing, this is not good. Are you sure that's why you're here? You're here to protect her?
The queen. Who was this beautiful elvish woman?
I'm seeing this is the images are not quite clear. It's and sometimes they see you are trying to protect her. In other ways, I feel like someone amongst you is here to harm her.
I'll turn and look back out the door, and I'll say to the others, well, I won't say anything, but you'll know who I'm thinking about. Then I'll turn back and I'll say to her, Madam Zelda, is it the dark elf? Is he the one?
I like how all of us have just like
assuming.
paused to stare at this. It's like, yeah, blah 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 blah, and this is what we turn around to. Like he wasn't even in the huddle in the conversation. He's over there like, ooh, yeah.
I'm with an earshot though, right? There's no door.
Yeah, there's no door, so you do hear this.
Yeah.
You hear them starting to discuss.
Oh, man.
Well,
And you can't see me, but I turn around with a complete look of disgust at you, Sir Calamar.
well, Sir Calamar, I have heard you say you are not here to harm the queen. What about your companions here? Are they willing to profess in front of Madame Zelda that they're not here to harm the queen?
Yes. Without waiting for any nod.
I take out my hammer and I bang it on the floor. And I step up to her and I say, do you intend to harm the queen?
I do not. Of course I do not. I will not harm the queen. She's the queen.
May I make an insight check?
Has
You
her
may, in fact,
mannerisms
make an insight check.
changed after that?
She does not. Her mannerisms do not change at all.
Okay.
17.
17 is good. She does not seem to be here to harm the queen. Now, how about you, large gentleman? Are you here to harm the queen?
No. And I step away from her.
Okay. And she looks over at the large Minotaur in the room. Are you here, dear, to harm the queen?
I walk up and I push Calamar out of the way. Let me show you guys how much like Thad was just trying to give us a good time, and I give her my hands. Like, just it's gonna be the same stuff that pops up. Watch.
So she grabs your hands and she starts to look at you, and she flips one over and starts to look at the palm of your hand.
The hoof.
The hoof.
Oh, hoof. No, she has hands. Minotaurs
I
have
have
hands.
hands,
They have
actually.
hands. They have hoofs on their feet, but their hands. They have hands. Why do you not know who you are? What has happened to you?
I honestly have no clue. I really don't.
Some bad
Some-
things have happened to you. Are you
Oh,
sure?
Yeah,
wow.
she took a head injury on the trip here.
Well, actually, what had happened is that, like, I have all these visions of, like, just people stabbing me, and I was stuck in a maze, and me killing them, like, and it's really weird. I just don't know. And one day, I just woke up, and I was outside in a forest. It's weird. I have no clue what's going on, but you know what? Wait, how did you know that? Did Dad rat me out again? Wait, no, I didn't tell Thaddeus that.
I know
You know-
many things. I am a gypsy. We know many things. When you are ready to know your real name, my dear, you come back to see Madame Zelda, and I will tell you. That is not our business for today, though, so we will not do that today.
She's the real deal.
And while she's looking you in the face, she's like, "Are you here to harm the queen?"
Not that I know of.
And she looks at Luca. "Are you here to harm the queen?
Nope.
Where is your fifth one? The fifth one is here somewhere. Is he here to harm the queen? Oh, Bryn, standing outside does you no good. Come in."
I walk in through the door and just stick my head in, just a little enough for her to see my head.
"Are you, my elven friend, here to harm the queen?"
I am not here to harm the queen.
With that, she kind of settles back and feels a little more comfortable. And she kind of taps on the table. And out from behind a curtain behind her comes the gentleman that you saw earlier, Thaddeus.
Ah.
Called it.
Ah.
I go high five him. Like, hey, knew it. Told you guys.
So he kind of comes out. His demeanor changes a little bit. He seems a little more. He's kind of always stone faced anyway, so he's a little more, but he seems a little more chipper. It's good to know that you are not, in fact, here to harm the queen. Not everything I told you was a lie, but not all of it was the truth either. My name is Seven, and I'm with the resistance here in the hive. There is, in fact, a play on the queen's life, and we thought you were involved. However, here in Madame Zelda's, you are unable to lie, and you all confess that you are not here to harm the queen. So I believe that you are here for good intentions.
Indeed.
So I wish to use you to, in fact, try and find out what did happen. Are you willing to help protect the queen?
That's what we're here for.
Said we weren't gonna hurt her.
For it.
Good. That is good to know. He kind of turns to Zelda. He's like, thank you, Zelda. And Zelda's like, no problem. And yes, dear, like I said, when you're ready to find out your true name, come back to Madame Zelda, and Madame Zelda will tell you.
Hey, Zelda, before you leave, I just got one last question for you. And, it would just, kick me in my tail if I didn't do it. Do you know anyone named Link by chance, Zelda? Is that a thing? Is that just you have these, I don't know, it just popped in my head, and, it's some of those visions, I don't know. You know what? Just forget about it. I'll come. Yes, I'll take you up on your offer.
Link, I think I remember a warforged by the name of Link at one point, but that was many years ago.
Okay, I'm sorry, but okay, cool. I couldn't not do it.
Actually, I have two things that I need done quickly. Someone of your skill set, as Seven turns to the Minotaur without a name. May I borrow you for something?
I feel like we're gonna have a good relationship, so I'm totally gonna go and do that.
And
Right.
as he says that too, coming in through the front door is that little gnome child comes through. and he's like, my friend Trant here will take you and has a little bit of business I would like you to conclude for me. And he kind of hands you a piece of paper.
Okay.
Were the guards attacking Trunt at Act 2?
No, that was not. Thank you for rescuing my friend Trant. By the way, the guards can be a little overzealous. That is what my group tries to protect here in the hive. The guards are kind of lawless. They can do pretty much whatever they want, and no one has them in check. My group tries to prevent that and tries to keep them in check. Trant is one of my associates, and unfortunately, he got a little caught up and a little bit ruffled. And as Trant comes
Some
in,
others were ruffled as well.
Yes. Trant actually comes over to you, Korbog, and he comes running over and he's like, "Thank you, sir, for your help." And he hands you a little doll, which was just like the ones that he was actually selling in his little booth. And it looks like a little very cheap cloth doll. However, this one now kind of looks like you. Like the colors are kind of similar to your armor colors, and this one has like a big hammer in his hand, and he's like, "Please, thank you for your help earlier. Thank you for the money. That was very nice."
Thank you. I take the doll.
Okay, so you can put an item on your character sheet, a custom item, Trant's doll. Trant is Trente. And then Trant will grab the hand of the Minotaur, reaching way up, because, Trant's but a little tiny gnome child, and the Minotaur is quite large. And, "Oh, come, miss, you're going to come with me, yes?"
Yes.
"Oh, good, let's go."
All right.
And with that, the Minotaur leaves the room with Trant. And with that, actually, our friend Ember has got to depart early during this session,
I'm
so she's
sorry,
going to be headed
guys.
off.
Bye.
Thanks for coming on, Ember.
I'll
So
see you
we're
guys
gonna-
next time.
Yep, so we're going to say thanks to Ember, and for everybody that's watching, our next stream is in two weeks, and Ember will be back for our next stream, and we'll
2
see
weeks.
you in 2 weeks, Ember.
All right. Bye, guys.
Okay, so we will continue with the rest of our party. So you guys, so Seven has says to you guys, so let's go next door where I know where there's a little more safety, and we will discuss.
Okay.
Sounds
So
good.
he takes you guys next door to the orphanage. This large wooden building, which we're adjusting the camera right now, actually. There you go, and it's that wooden building right there. There you go, that we're messing around with now. And you guys can go in there. You guys go in there, and this is again a rather large wooden building. He takes you inside. There are a couple of adults in here, but for the most part, it's mostly kids running around, of all ages, everything from 2-3 years old up until teenagers. It looks like. And Seven takes you in. He takes you up to like an office area, and brings you in, and sits down with you guys.
Is this an orphanarium? I ask, on the way up.
Yes, actually it is. This is the local orphanage. There's many people get orphaned here in the hive specifically, and some of us have those of us of my group that try hard to protect the hive in general also try to keep an eye out for the orphans and do what we can to give them a little bit better of a life than what they should have had in the first place.
Why is your name a number?
That is how it is done.
How what is done?
The only name that I remember is 7. It just also happens to be a number.
Okay.
Any questions you have for me?
How long ago did you get information about the concerns on the Queen's life?
So we got them about a week ago. We started to hear some grumblings through the hive and some rumors. My organization has people everywhere throughout the hive, and we've heard some things. With the actual initial rumor that we heard was that you were hired to come here and to kill the Queen. As thanks to Madame Zelda, I have found out you are not actually here to kill the Queen.
Could have asked.
Well, yes, we just needed to get you in the proper area to ask. For Madame Zelda has a zone of truth in her place, which makes it hard for you to lie. I did kind of ask, and you told me you weren't here to kill the Queen, but I couldn't trust it.
Well, it's very reasonable, but
Yeah.
of course, all precautions had to be taken.
Is there another house within the hive that perhaps has an issue with the Queen and is trying to take over power?
We are unsure of the source of this attempted overthrow of the Queen. She is not. So her husband is the king, but some people are not as pleased with the arrangement. The king is of noble blood. He is a noble human. The Queen is an elf who was not a noble. And he took her years ago and made her a queen. They have children. They have twins, Kiasa and Riasa, who are half elves, and they are small children. They are but 5 years old. We're unsure if this is part of that. If this faction is unhappy with the fact that the Queen is not of noble blood, we're not really sure where this threat is coming from and why. We do know, however, that the threat does seem to be real.
Well, what's our next move? How can we be of service?
So I think the next move, I think we need to do some more investigating here in the hive and see what we can find out. We do know for sure that the Queen will be here in the hive within the next couple of days. That is for sure. Again, I don't actually work for the Queen, so I don't know her schedule, nor can I change it. I can, however, try and work to make sure that her travel through the hive is safe.
Do we know why she's visiting the hive?
Yes, as I said earlier, that was true. That she feels that she would like to make a trip through and see the unwashed masses and make her presence known to them, so that even the poor know that the royalty is there and they are thinking about them.
Okay.
On her way through town, on her way out. So this conversation kind of goes on. There'll be more conversation for quite some time. It gets dark outside. He has food brought, dinner and some more drinks and that sort of thing. And you guys will talk late into the evening. You can, however, ask questions if you would like to ask questions of him and such.
Okay. Well,
Who were we hired by?
So we believe you were hired by whatever that faction was. We believe that there's a faction within the city guards that is actually out to harm the Queen. We don't know what that faction is. We know that there is someone within the inner circle who would be in charge of hiring guards for her is the one that's doing this, but we're not sure who yet. That may be what we have to have you guys find out. Because so far my sources have been unable to find those answers.
okay.
I'm sorry, I realize I don't have a lot of good factual information. I first needed to make sure you were trustworthy people before I could delve too deeply into this.
Probably if we're the ones killing her or not, so I understand that first step.
Is there perhaps a tavern that the guard likes to frequent that we could go and check out and listen and ask some questions?
That is definitely possible. I mean, there are many taverns throughout the hive. That could be a possible first step. That could be a possible plan to start.
We need the cop bar.
The cop bar. The donut shop.
Good thinking.
He kind of looks over at Korbog. I was just about to say, "Why are you so quiet, friend?"
Why hire us if
You.
we were going to be guards? Then they were going to harm the queen.
Well, I thought
We're the excuse.
Yes, I thought by getting to you and maybe turning you to my side before you met your actual contact, that maybe I could convince you that keeping your ears open and working for me, it would be a better plan.
Isn't our contact missing us?
I actually got you here a day early. They're not expecting you until tomorrow.
So should we follow our old orders?
That may be a way to do it. If you think that is a way to go, following your old orders and making the original contact, that might be a good way to go.
I mean, it gives us a night to investigate, to be sure.
Yep.
Definitely gives us. I mean, there's a little bit of room here. You guys are relatively unknown, with the exception of you were hired for here. But I don't imagine everybody's going to know who you are. I imagine the people who need to know who you are going to know you, and the others are not. So that may give you a little bit of room to make some investigation without being known.
I think some people here in the hive will remember me.
I think that is possible, from what Trant told me. At about this time, too, one of the other adults knocks on the door. You can tell the knock is a heavier knock, and it's higher up on the door. And Seven says, "Come in," and the door opens, and one of the human adults comes in, goes over to Seven and whispers in his ear. And he looks back at him with kind of a shocked look, and he's like, "Are you sure?" Apparently, Trant is missing. I don't know what happened.
Oh.
All of our orphans come in at night, before it gets before the day changes. They come in, and Trant has not reported back in.
Wasn't the Minotaur with Trant?
At one point,
I thought.
that's what we thought. But now Trant has not checked back in.
Perhaps.
Where were they going?
They were going to one of the taverns. Actually, they were going to go down to one of the taverns. Trant had a contact that he thought had a little bit of a phobia against Minotaurs specifically, and thought maybe she might be good to help intimidate him.
Fair. I kind of glance over my shoulder to Korbog and say, "Well, do you want to help your little friend?"
Yes. So let's go.
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do a quick. I'm going to do a quick little setup change here of our map. Give me like 2 seconds. You guys can talk amongst yourselves, players.
So what do we actually know right now?
That someone exceptionally foolish brought us to this town.
That Rant is missing.
2 days the queen comes for an assassination attempt.
Mm-hmm. And we're still planning tomorrow on meeting with the original contact.
You know something?
Honestly, none the wiser.
What?
What if this?
Hope.
What if this?
Yeah, we hope.
Korbog, what if this is a setup? And we're we are the patsies.
Okay. So as you guys will
And that person will pay.
Good. So as you guys come out of the orphanage here, we'll get your minis moved out on the board. You'll see that the streets are pretty empty now. It's getting later at night, so people are gone. There are a few people still out mulling around, but not many. You will quickly learn, being here in the Hive and in Riverbreak, that because of your short days, people really tend to take advantage of those. So the nightlife seems to be a lot less than what it normally is in most places.
1 second, Art.
Yep.
I'm not seeing on the Vorpal board what is on Twitch.
Okay. What are you missing?
Well, the setup, the image of the 3D terrain.
Hit the little stretch button in the bottom right-hand corner again.
Yeah, it just moves the picture around. It doesn't do anything else.
Go ahead and hit a refresh, Chris.
Okay. Now it's there.
It's there?
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, so while the screen's being fixed here, so when you guys come out, again, like I said, you see that there's a lot less people out here. There's maybe only a couple here and there. And everybody, let's practice our dice again. Everybody give me a die 20 roll.
Oh.
Hang on.
Got it.
Mikey, we got to talk about this algorithm, brother.
Jesus.
What'd you roll 2 for?
Disadvantage.
Well, that's okay. Both of yours were the highest anyway, so we'll take both of those in that case. So Luca just came back.
Whoops.
Here we go.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So, so Dan, you are the highest roll. So as you guys are kind of coming out the doorway and you're just getting set to do, it kind of makes sense anyway because you're one of the front guys anyway. You'd probably be walking out first anyway. Does a... Hang on a minute. Give me 1 second. To get my D&D Beyond up here. Does a 20 hit you?
All day long.
Okay. So as you kind of come out and you all kind of get in the street, and you know there's all this stuff around as you can see on the map. There are booths to your left and right. There are tables. There are barrels. There are all sorts of things out here. A arrow strikes Calamar in the side. Calamar, you are going to take... Oh, hang on, I need an extra die 6. Okay, there you go. Calamar, you are going to take a pitiful roll. It's a mere 8 points of damage.
True.
Do you have any sort of resistance to poison or anything?
I do not.
Okay. So you take the full 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And it burns. You've been hit by arrows before, and it doesn't feel like the way this arrow feels. This is burning. This does not feel good.
All right.
Did we see where the shot came from?
Okay, so we're going to go into an initiative, even though you don't know where the initiative is yet, or where the attacker is yet. So roll some initiatives for me.
I have a question, Art.
Yes.
Did we take a short rest?
Yes. Yes, you would have been, been considered to have taken a short rest.
Cool.
Okay.
Did you see my die?
I did.
Okay, cool.
Do you have any bonus to it, or is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Big massive 4. All right.
Yep.
Luca, what'd you get?
11.
11. Okay. Bryn?
Yes.
17.
17. Calamar?
4.
4. Who wants to go first? You or Korba?
Korbach.
Calamar, so.
Oh, yeah. You know what? It's fine because yeah, whatever.
Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're kind of entering like a little bit of a skill challenge kind of thing here. So you're not really sure what's happening or where it's coming from. So on your turn, Bryn, you are first. What would you like to do?
What direction is the arrow sticking out of Sir
There you go.
Calamar?
So give me a perception check.
Oh gosh. 3 plus perception 1, 4.
Okay. So you're not sure at this point. I mean, because Calamar, when he got hit, he kind of turned and moved. So you're not exactly sure which way the arrow came from. You are uncertain at this point. What would you like to move or anything, or what would you like to do?
I'd like to.
So that was your action. You took your action to kind of take your time and look around, and you are unclear as to where it's coming from.
All right. So I'll go ahead and sneak in Minotaur style underneath this little purple booth here.
Okay. I gotcha. So you can kind of jump over here and get in this booth. We'll kick the guy out of the booth. We'll say he's running for his life.
He's gone for the day. Yeah.
And you are going in there. So give me a hide check.
Jeez, I'm crow 9.
Okay. So
and then can I knock an arrow too?
Sure. Yeah, you can get an arrow out and get it ready, like you're looking around trying to see what's going on.
All right. Perfect.
Okay. Luca, you are next. What would you like to do?
I would like to start scanning the any of the upper levels of the nearby buildings to see if I'm noticing any movement.
Okay, give me a now. Are you going to do this as so? I'll tell you what. I'll let you guys do as an action. If you want to do an action, you can take a full check. If you want to do something else with your action, you could take a quick look around and you do it with disadvantage.
I'll use my full action for it.
So go ahead and take your action and go ahead and make it. Give me a check.
Ooh, okay. So for perception, it's gonna be 19.
Okay. Okay, so you kind of take more of a survey of the land here, and you're starting to notice. You definitely think it was coming from further down the road than where you started. But in the chaos of things right now, that's about all you have. For those of you that don't know, so kind of a skill challenge kind of a thing is as you get successes, you get more and more information. And for people who are watching Twitch and don't really know what it is, and for Bryn, who's kind of new to it as well, as you get successes, you're going to get more pieces to the pie and learn how to learn more information.
Understood.
And Calamar.
And do you want to else?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I use movement?
Yes.
I want to move myself. Goodness, right over towards this area right here.
Okay. Yep. That's right over here. You want to come over this way? Oop! I'm knocking stuff around.
Yes, please.
Like there. Over behind like that little rack of goods.
Yes.
There you go. So you move over there to hide.
Perfect. Awesome. And that's it for mine.
Okay. Calamar, what are you going to do?
All right. So I'm going to use persuasion check on, somebody over this way.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, you there, did you see anything? An arrow, an attack, something. That is a 14.
Okay, so you kind of turn and you look at that guy that's over on the dais who seems to be kind of sitting there. He's got like a bottle in one hand, and he's kind of sitting on the stair, and he's taking a swig, and he's just kind of looking at you. He's like, "Are you shot?"
No, I'm Calamar. Did you see anything, man?
Young man, you got an arrow in your side.
Yes, did you see where it came from?
Where did you get? I think that guy over underneath the thing over there, he might have shot you. He's got a bow.
I'll look back.
And he's pointing at Bryn. He's pointing at Bryn.
Oh. Well, I don't see where Bryn is, and I'm like, so where he pointed, I'll turn to the others that I can see, and I'll see the culprits there, and I'll be pointing, and I'll rush over with my sword drawn to where Bryn is.
Okay.
But I don't see him, so I'm...
So as you come over towards that little booth area, you can get right to the edge, and as you kind of peek over with your sword, and you're like maybe ready to stab something, you see Bryn down there with a short bow. Or is it a short bow or a long bow, Bryn?
It's a short bow.
Okay, he's got a short bow.
Up and, Sir Calamar, you're giving away my position.
Because I'll be like, come out, you fiend! Before I realize that it's you, and I'll be like, why did you shoot me?
I didn't, you daft fool. Go find the person that did.
All right.
Okay.
That's my initiative.
Korba, it's your turn.
I say, did anyone see anything?
Crickets.
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 Chirp, 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 chirp.
I'm gonna pull out my shield,
Okay.
and a javelin,
Okay.
and move straight down the road.
Okay. So you can get to about right here as an action, or as your movement, I mean. Anything else you want to do with your action, or?
I look for somebody.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Let's see. 15.
Okay. So you're looking down this way towards the end of the board, down towards me down here, and you are not seeing anything up in this tower. So this big tower up here at the end, and you're not seeing anything coming from that tower area.
Okay.
Okay. And then top of the order. So let's see. Calamar and Korba, give me a roll. Just a flat roll.
16.
And Korba, you want to give me a roll?
6.
Okay. So. Oh. That's going to be good. That's going to be a hit. So, that's a natural 20.
Oh.
So, for those who are watching the Twitch stream, something slightly different that we do for Dungeons and Dragons, or I do specifically for my games, is a critical hit is actually a critical hit. So, what it does is you maximize all of your dice, then you roll your dice and add them. So, Korba, you just got hit by a critical hit. Korba, do you have any resistance to poison or anything?
No.
Okay. So you are taking 26 points of damage from an arrow that strikes you.
Excellent.
Like right in the left kidney.
The left kidney.
The left kidney.
Do I see who shot it?
Well, let's go on your turn. Hang on a second. Bryn. So you have seen another, and Korba, as I told Calamar earlier, you are feeling like this burning sensation. You've certainly been hit by arrows before, and they didn't feel this exact same way. Bryn, so you have seen an arrow strike Korbog in the back.
Okay.
What do you do?
And Korbog's facing back toward the...
Yes, Korbog's facing down the street away from you. Korbog's facing down this way.
Toward the tower.
Yep, down towards this marker here that I'm putting. He's facing that way, away from you.
Okay. So I'll roll back out to the other side and take a look at this taller building on the opposite side of the orphanage.
Okay, so rolling it.
See if
You're
I
going to
see
roll
anything.
out to the side by where Calamar is.
Correct.
Okay.
Since he's already jumped my position anyway.
Yep. So you can take your bonus action or your move action. Actually, you can move out there and give me. Go ahead and take your action to give me a perception check.
All right, come on. We're rolling new dice. The other one are in jail. Chat made me do it. I rolled a 5. I don't know. Perception +1. I got a 6. Jeez.
Okay, so you kind of roll out.
dear.
I need some dice, Norse Foundry, please. Send me something that doesn't roll like crap.
Thad needs new dice. Okay, so you roll out from behind, and you I don't know, maybe you got disoriented a little bit. So when you came out, you actually are looking at the orphanage, and by the time you realize that you're looking in the wrong direction, you have used up your entire action to be like, oh no, I'm looking at the wrong side of the road.
This is awesome.
You're a bumbling rogue.
I know. What I'm supposed to be good at.
No, it's the sunlight. You're in daytime.
No, it's nighttime now.
Nighttime.
I mean, the surface world. The surface world. You're a fish out of water.
Apparently.
Luca, it is your turn.
Awesome. I want to take so I have 40 feet of movement. How far down this roadway can I get in the direction that I saw the arrow coming from earlier?
You can get down. You could probably make it down about as far as Madame Zelda's wagon if you wanted to. See it down there where the purple arrow is?
Okay, yes, I would like to do that.
Okay.
Please. And I'm going to, for right now, I'm just going to take the dodge action
Okay.
for the time being.
Okay. As your bonus action, do you want to take a perception check at disadvantage?
Ooh. Yeah, I'll totally do that. Thank you. Oh, that's not bad. 12?
Okay. Yeah, so you get down here and you take a quick look. You are pretty sure it's coming from the opposite side of the street.
Okay.
Between the movement down here and you see where Korbog has this arrow sticking out of his left flank, you're pretty sure it's from that side of the street, somewhere on the opposite side from where you are now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Calamar, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna follow after Korbog. He went ahead of me, so I'm gonna kind of catch up to him, and I'm gonna keep my shield high in preparation and I'm gonna use a perception check to look and see, because I wanna keep him protected. But I'm also going to rally him as a bonus action and spend a superiority die to grant a creature that I can see or hear temporary hit points equal to 2 plus an 8 sided, so 7 temporary hit points, Korbog. And then I'm going to perceive only a 12.
Thank you.
Okay. So where are you trying to? Which side? Where are you trying? Like, what angle are you trying to protect with your shield?
Well, where was he struck with the arrow? Did it?
Yeah. As you get there, you can see that the arrow is definitely in his left back flank, back by his kidney area. And it's at an angle where you think Bryn might be onto something. That tall tower, the tall building across the street from the orphanage, may be the general direction.
Okay, then I'll stand with my back to back with Korbog, and I'm gonna have the shield up, and I'm gonna be peering over top of the shield and looking up and just trying to keep him safe.
Okay. And Korbog, it's your turn.
I roar in fury.
Okay.
I regain 15 hit points.
Oh, there you go. Good.
And then I whirl around and I look in the direction that they're looking.
Okay. Are you making
But it's as a bonus action, so it's with disadvantage, right?
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Yep.
Actually, you know what though, Chris? Hang on.
So 18 and an 18, so the total is 19.
Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, good. Yeah, so you look. Yes, you are quite sure, looking now, that the top level of that building that's across the street from the orphanage, as you start to spin and start to look up as you're spinning, you think you see what would look like a knocked bow kind of pull itself back in the window.
Dirty snake.
Vengeance is upon you, fiend! I yell.
Okay.
I point and I say, he's up there!
All right. We should immediately split up and cover all exits.
Okay. We're going to. So we'll go to Bryn. What do you want to do, Bryn?
All right. So, question for you, Art.
Yeah.
With my movement, can I get to this ladder and get up to the second floor window?
You may be able to. Sure. Yeah, you can. Let's see. You can see what
without
I can't see.
without burning a dash.
Yeah, we'll say with the movement you could get to the base of the ladder.
Okay, so I'd have to dash to get up into the second floor.
You have to dash to get up the ladder. And it is an athletics check, although a very easy one to climb a ladder, but you could fail it. You never know.
All right, I'm gonna.
No, but we know. Look at how he's been rolling. He's gonna.
I'm gonna switch to the Vorpal dice next. I'm gonna give those a shot.
Hence the reason why I said he has to make an athletics check because he might fail it.
All right. Now that we announced where this sniper is up on the third floor, do I have a clear line of sight to that without burning an action to see him?
You could, yeah. So now that it's kind of been pointed out to you, if you'd like to use your bonus action to look, you could have advantage on the roll, which cancels the disadvantage. So you could have a straight roll.
Okay. All right. So I'll go ahead and I'll take a shot at him with the bow. Going for the Vorpal dice. Here we go. Come on, baby. 15. Sweet. +5. 20 to hit.
Okay. So you look up that way. Were you attacking? You were just looking, right? You were looking.
Oh, so that was the bonus action.
That was the look to look. Yeah.
Okay.
So you look up in
16.
there. You look up in there, and you'll catch it too. So now you're at a different angle than Korbog is. So whereas Korbog saw this bow kind of get pulled back in the window, you can actually see that there is a figure in that window, and seems to be moving away from the window.
All right. So I'll go ahead and rip an arrow at him.
Okay. So you can go ahead and rip an arrow.
Oh shit! Does 12 hit?
So you fire off an arrow, and it sails through the window, but you can see because you had a very good perception check and the angle you have that the figure kind of spun away and the arrow zipped past it and went into the room and you lost view of it.
Okay. And I use my bonus action already to perceive, so I can't hide.
One thing you will notice in that, though, you will notice a flash of gold color. You're not sure what that is, but there's a flash of gold color. Luca, your turn.
Awesome. I want to start by taking my movement to come up, like running up next to Korbog and Calamar.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And as I'm sort of running by, be like, "You said second floor, right?" Like pointing up at the building.
No, third.
Third. Thank you. I want to just take the dash action.
Yep.
Because I don't think I'd be able to bridge that gap.
The
to try
chimney!
to get in through the door.
Okay.
Go down the chimney. He won't suspect it.
So you can get up to about the door.
I'll get right on that.
Yeah. You can get up to the doorway, and you can get the door open if you'd like.
Ooh, all right.
Okay, perfect. Yes, I would like to do that.
So you make it up to the doorway, and you kick the door open, and there seems to be an empty room.
Oh, ominous.
Flash of gold.
Flash of what now?
The flash of gold.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Bryn.
Yeah.
Bryn's
crazy man.
Bryn's a little punch drunk. He's a. And Calamar, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna chase after Luca.
Okay. So you can actually make it into the room, and we'll just take you off the map because I didn't actually build out the inside of the building. So you can run up past Luca. You get into this room, and the entire bottom floor of this building, which is about 20 by 20, is completely empty.
All right.
And in the ceiling is a hole.
Ooh.
Almost like there was like stairs at one point in time, but the stairs are gone.
Okay. and there's no like. Oh, I'll look at the edge, see if there's like any frayed bits of rope, in the on the edge of the hole.
Going over to the hole.
Yeah, and against my better judgment, walking across the floor.
Okay. All right. So you run over to the hole, and you hear a click.
Yep.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Let me see. Is this something... Hopefully it's something that a dex save would do half damage on?
Yes.
Okay, I missed my dex save, by the way.
Okay. What'd you get? You don't know if you missed it.
That's only a 4.
Okay, yeah, you missed it. Okay, yeah, okay, you missed it. You're probably pretty good.
Oh, wait, I can add my shield. Oh, I'm not incapacitated. Oh, hey, that's a 6.
A 6? Okay, 6. All right, good. So yeah, so you get over there, and as you get out to where it would be almost under the hole, but not quite underneath the hole, you hear a click, and this shaft of flame comes shooting up out of the floor.
Oh.
And you take 15 points of damage.
Okay, 15. Man, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at this point. My eyebrows are
gone.
Yeah. And I say there may be traps. I turn around to the others. Be careful.
And we seem to have lost Thad for a moment.
He's
I'm
back.
up there.
Oh, you are there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. We just lost your video. Okay, good. Korba, it is your turn.
Do I see this person up there still?
You do not. The arrow, the bow and arrow has pulled back in the window. You do not see.
Great, Scott.
There we go. We got Thad back.
I go over to the entrance as well.
Okay. Yep, you can make it there in one move over to where Luca is. And now you can see inside, and as I said before, there's this empty 20-foot room. There's a hole in the ceiling, and you see Calamar standing there, blackened the whole front of him. His eyebrows are missing. And he's happens to be turning back towards the doorway to say there may be traps, and you can definitely see how he's been scorched. So you still have an action, you can do something, and you still have a bonus action.
I'm going to take an action to look around.
Okay, give me a perception check.
See if I see anybody. Ooh, 23.
Ooh. Okay. So looking inside, yes, you're still seeing the same thing inside. Taking a quick look around the outside. You can maybe look around the corner a little bit. You will see that ladder that Thad made mention to earlier. However, you see nothing else of note. And we'll go back to Bryn. Bryn, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna. Never mind.
No,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. What do you want to do?
I would only have a bonus action anyway.
Okay.
I would only have a bonus action.
Yeah,
anyway.
bonus action. Yep.
So I don't have anything I can do.
Okay, Bryn.
I feel like I need to redeem myself, so I'm going to try to bonus action hide behind this booth again.
Okay. Gotcha.
And rip another arrow and hope for a good sneak attack shot.
Okay, so bonus action, make your hide. Give me a hide check. Well, that's better.
17.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Too bad that was for the hide and not the shot. We'll see what the shot does. Ready?
Well, you could have advantage, right?
13. Or do I have advantage or no?
You would. Are you shooting in the window? Is that what you're doing?
I am. I'm shooting up the third floor window.
You would have advantage.
All right, perfect. So that was 13. Let's see what the second one was. 15.
Okay. So your arrow flies in the window. You are unsure if you hit anything. roll your damage.
Okay. So seek and attack 3, 6, 2, 3, 7 plus 3 is 10.
Okay. 10, got it. Anything else, Bryn?
No, I'm going to stay right there.
Luca, it is your turn.
Okay, so just having seen Calamar go up in flames practically, it's like, I'm not gonna do that. I start wanting to scan around the building
Okay.
at this point, at the outside of the building.
Yep. So you can again, you can go to the left and you can see the ladder. You can go to the right and you can see that there's nothing behind the building on the right hand side. It's just a little alleyway.
Understood. I would like to go up to that ladder.
Okay. We'll move you over to where the ladder is. See if we can get to it.
My movement.
Okay.
And I assume that probably took up most of my movement.
Yes.
40 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
if I
40
were
feet.
to
No.
take
40
dash
feet. That only
action-
take about half your movement. So
Yeah.
you could try and move up the ladder.
Oh yes, I'd like to do that.
So why don't you give me an athletics check?
Athletics. Woo. Okay. So that's gonna be good.
Monks.
14 plus 1, 15.
Yeah, not a problem. You can climb right up the ladder.
Awesome.
So you still have an action.
I would like to do that. Oh, awesome. Am I able to see into the room?
Yeah,
Or
so you can
is it-
kind of lean over a little bit to your right. Can't actually put your mini on the ladder, but you can lean to the right, and you can see into the second level.
Okay, perfect. Could I use my action to try to do a perception check to see what I can
Yes.
see
Absolutely.
inside before I just jump in?
Yep.
Okay. Oh no, that's a 2. So 6.
Okay. So oddly enough, what you see is like a stone hallway.
Oh, okay. I will just hang tight for now.
Okay.
Then on top of the ladder.
Okay. Calamar.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bonus action second wind.
Okay.
Hey, that's almost max. So I recover 12 points, and I'm then going to look. Now that I'm already over there,
Yep.
is there any like frayed rope? Do I have any sense of how somebody may have gotten up there?
You do not see any sort of frayed rope. You do see when you look up the hole, you do see that it looks like it goes into a stone hallway, which is odd because you are in a wooden building.
That is unusual. How high up is it?
It's about 8 feet.
8 feet. Can I try an athletics and like just kind of like leap up and try and grab onto?
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Here, you know what? Let's do the Vorpal roll.
You're hoping to change your luck like Thad has.
Let's see. So add 1 to the 20-sided. Hang on. There. 1. Roll. I said roll.
What'd you get?
There we are.
Your luck did not change the way Thad's did. So you kind of jump up and you maybe like catch the edge of the hole, almost like you're gonna grab onto it, but your hand slips off and you fall back down.
All right.
But you weren't that far off the ground, so you don't hurt yourself or anything. But
I'll look to see, who was watching. If
As you look back out, Korba's standing by the doorway, and actually it's Korba's turn, so he can react to what.
I quickly look away and whistle.
You are a gentleman, sir.
I'm gonna go in there with him,
Okay. Pull you off the map. Gotcha.
and I'm gonna try to do the same thing that he did.
Okay.
But that means that I have to put my javelin away.
Yes. And I believe you're quite the tall gentleman, aren't you?
4. Something like that. So I need to make an athletics check, you say?
Yes, please.
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
So,
So you kind of, you do a quick jump up and you grab the edge of that
25.
hole and you just pull yourself right up, and you find yourself. And Calamar, you see this like this is almost as good as the Minotaur's parkour across the table earlier. He just jumps up, grabs the edge, and like instantly pulls himself right up into the hole, and you can kind of see him from like below. Are you wearing underwear, Chris? Because otherwise you're giving him a show. As he's standing above the hole.
Now it's my turn to avert my eyes and whistle.
I'm wearing pants, sir.
Okay, there you go. Good. All right.
Always wear pants.
I was thinking Korba was Scottish and had like a kilt on or something. Is what I was
Proper half orc.
No, I kilt. I only hurt him a little. Yeah, so.
And you find yourself standing in a stone hallway. To your left, you can see there's a window, and you can see Luca kind of peering in the window to your left, about 5 feet away or so.
Hello. I touched the stone.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Let's see. 12.
12. It is stone. Smooth. Not like the stone behind Dan's head right now. It is smooth stone. Not large blocks. So the blocks are probably 3-4 feet wide and maybe 2 feet thick. And they are large blocks laid on top of each other, but they are quite worked and smooth.
Well, I think that's my turn.
Okay. Bryn.
Okay, so I want to figure out if I'm actually hitting anything and if that creature is still up on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and cast Fairy Fire.
Ooh.
And after seeing my crew head up the 1st and 2nd floor, I'll cast it so that it only lights up the 3rd floor.
Okay.
So the bottom of the cube will be at the base of the 3rd.
Yep.
And
that is a dexterity saving throw, I believe, right?
It is. Yep, dexterity save.
And what is your DC on that?
A whopping 9.
Okay.
What?
I don't know. Art helped me build this character. It's his fault. I haven't done a lick of damage all day long.
I didn't help you build anything. Don't place the blame on me, mister. This is all you.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you drop the fairy fire up there. You know what fairy fire does. You are not
anything
seeing,
glowing?
You're not seeing anything glowing at this point, but if it was farther back in the room, you might not see it anyway.
Okay, so I'm going to take all of my action or all of my movement and see if I can climb up here on the top of this and get a better vantage point.
On top of the
on top of the roof on the orphanage front porch.
Oh, where are you pointing? Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't. Oh, over there. Okay, so you're gonna take a movement to go back there.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna take your use your bonus action to try and climb.
Bonus action dash climb.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give me an athletics check, which you've been so good at so far.
First athletics.
Okay, you did pretty good.
18. Sweet.
All right, so you can,
20.
Yeah, so you can run over and jump and grab onto the edge of that overhang of that little balcony kind of thing, but you're not quite up there yet. You'll be up there next round.
Okay.
Luca.
Awesome. So now that I've seen Korbog inside, I'd like to just lift myself into the room.
Okay.
From the ladder.
Yep.
And in this stone hallway, am I seeing, besides him, anything else present?
The stone hallway goes about 10 feet 10 feet in front of you, and then it takes a right hand turn.
Okay, I would like to go down the 10 feet and kind of peer around the corner.
Okay. So you take a peer around the corner, and the hallway goes down about 5 more feet, and then takes a left-hand turn.
Oh, okay, fun. I'm just gonna glance back towards Korbog and kind of indicate I'm going that direction.
And you can actually give me a history check.
Oh,
She glances at me. I shake my head.
Right out of episode 1.
15.
Funhouse.
Okay. So
Right.
unless you're completely misjudged the way this building was built, that left-hand turn makes no sense.
Ah.
It's almost as if something
This
is
is
amiss.
odd. Okay. And now
So
looking back at
before
Korbog,
you
seeing
moved.
the...
So, yeah, that was before you moved, so you can
Okay.
judge your action based on. And Korbog's shaking his head no, like.
What is this place? I'm start like glancing around, like hitting at the wall.
Okay, give me.
That's
a,
right there.
Give me a roll. Give me a die 20.
10.
Okay. Again, similar. You kind of touch the wall. It feels smooth to you. Again, the stones are 3 to 4 feet wide and 2 feet thick.
What the heck? And I pretty much used most of my movements.
Yeah,
Can I want to that left turn that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yep.
Can I still move up towards it?
Sure, you can move down to it and look.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to do that and look.
Okay, there's a 30-foot hallway. And we'll hold you there. Calamar, it's your turn.
Thank you.
Well, I'll call up and I'll say, what do you see?
Something that's not right.
Well, could you be more specific, my friend?
The stone isn't right. There couldn't be stone here.
But the floor above me is wood?
Correct.
I'll drive my sword up through the ceiling.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Ooh, 17 on the
Okay.
die.
Roll some damage.
Plus 5. All right. I hope this isn't bad for you. That's 10 points of damage.
Okay. So Korba, you can see not far down from you, like maybe 3 feet, this sword blade come through the floor, and you see it come right up through the stone. And then it pulls back down, and it's gone, and the stone does not look touched. And with that, give me an advantage roll. Roll 2 die 20 with advantage.
Moi?
Nope. Korbog.
Oh, okay.
I rolled an 8 and a 16.
Okay. So with that, as that sword spikes up through the floor and it gets pulled back out, and you see that there's no hole in the floor, all of that image kind of melts away from you as the illusion is dispelled for you. And you can see you are in just a 20-foot wooden room. Luca's over in the far corner, and directly to your left, there's a set of stairs going up.
Oh, very cool.
I go up the stairs.
Okay. So Luca...
Saying, it's an illusion!
Yeah, Luca, as you turn back to look, you see Korbog walk right through the stone wall, and he disappears, and as he does that, this illusion kind of melts for you too, and you can now see you are just in a 20-foot room with a set of stairs, and Korbog goes walking up the stairs.
Excellent work, Sir Calamar.
Nice.
Bryn, it's your turn.
All right, I want to.
Wasn't it
now
my
that
turn?
I'm up
Oh no,
here-
actually no, Korbog. I'm sorry. Finish up your turn, Korbog. you
So
walk
as I'm
the
going
stairs.
up the stairs, since I take my warhammer out,
Okay.
and I go as far up the stairs as I can.
Okay, so you get up the stairs, and you get to like a small landing, and it takes a turn, and you turn and look into the room, And across the room, you see a robed figure. It is obviously female, as it is a somewhat shapely robed figure. And the robed figure kind of turns towards you and looks at you. And as it looks at you, you can see these two glowing red eyes looking back at you. And as that happens, you can also see many little sets of glowing red eyes peeking out as well from the dark of her hood. And she drops her hood back, and the snakes from her hair come out. And you can give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm pretty good at Constitution saving
You
throws.
are pretty good at Constitution saving. You're probably the best one to go up these stairs first.
Oh man.
Oh, I rolled a natural 20 again.
Okay. So
23.
the Medusa, as she looks at you, and her little snake eyes are all, looking at you. You start to feel like maybe your body was starting to harden a little bit, but your Constitution seems to fight back against it. And let's put you at the top of this building. Hang on a second. So let's just take the top one off there. We'll put Korbog in here, and we'll put my Medusa figure that I have hidden over here. Actually, we're going to bring the camera so you can see a better view of the top of the room with the Medusa.
I wish I had rolled that 20 on an attack roll.
That would have been nice, wouldn't it? So you see this Medusa. She is wearing a golden cloak, and she has this hammer, like this pick hammer, in her hand now. There is a bow on the floor, and she has this pick hammer that has like a brass handle and a silver head with these emeralds built into the hammer. And she's looking right at you, and she's kind of shocked actually that you did not turn to stone as she looked at you.
Do I have any movement left?
You do.
Run away.
No way. No way. Let's see. For some reason I've forgotten whether you can take a bonus action and then move again. I think you can.
You can. You can break your movement up in any way you want.
So before I finish my movement, I say, "The eyes of vengeance are upon you," and I cast Hunter's Mark on her.
Ooh.
Very cool.
And we will put a mark on her. I think we have a Hunter's Mark token or status marker.
Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like she gets a saving throw.
No, she
Does
does
she?
not.
So
Automatic.
Just gets marked.
then I move up next to her and I bring my warhammer down.
Want to hand me the box? I'll try and find it. So for those people,
I have to show you this again. I have to show you this. Let's see.
what is it? Again? What? That's
Yeah, I don't believe it either.
So here's my chest and trove status markers.
Oh, look at that.
I got a whole box of them here.
Yay.
Let me see if I can
Oh, pretty.
find. Of course, I don't have my glasses on, so trying to find these is going to be difficult. Hang
Yeah,
on.
I wish I had a smite left.
Oh yeah, smite would be good. Where the heck is it? I have one. It's just I'm not organized well in my box here. Hunter's Mark, right here. I got it. I thought it was green. Okay.
It's...
So we'll put the Hunter's Mark right there on the Medusa.
Okay, so I have the half-orc ability Savage Attacks, and I don't know how that works with your house rule. It says when I score a critical hit, I roll one of the dice an additional time.
So just
Extra damage?
So just maximize that die.
Okay. So, let's see. Then I roll one more damage die, right?
Well, no, maximize that and then roll it again.
Okay. I deal 26 damage.
Oh, dang.
That's quite the strike. Okay, you walk up and strike her.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
Go ahead.
One, do I max or do I just roll it?
What's that now? Oh, we're losing him from Austria. Oh, there you go. Hang on. Think you're cutting out, Chris. There you go. Say it again.
So I have Hunter's Mark does 1d6 extra damage.
Yes.
Do I maximize that?
You do. Maximize and then roll it again. Maximize all the dice and then roll all the dice.
Okay, so
More than 26.
38.
38. Oof. So you come at her with eyes of the vengeance are like upon you, and you hit her with your hammer, and she looks back at you, and her snakes are all kind of moving around, and she's I have many eyes of vengeance, and they're all trained on you. And top of the order to Bryn.
So can I see what's going on in this room now from my elevated vantage point?
Yeah, so you can finish pulling yourself up onto the. You're over across the street. You can see into the room now. You can see that Korbog is in there. You can kind of see Korbog's big metal body in there. And now that you have a better vantage point, and you can see straight through. You can see the cloaked figure as well.
All right, perfect. And he's engaged with her, correct?
He is.
All right. I will rip another arrow shot off with advantage this time. Come on, Billy.
Come on.
13 and a 12. All right, so 18 hit.
Okay, so yes, even with the cover she was getting from the window, your arrow managed to sail right through the window and strike her solid. Give me a damage roll.
I appreciate that, Art. Thank you very much.
Hey, you get to do damage for once. You haven't done damage yet this whole game.
All right, sweet. 10 plus 3, 13 damage.
Okay, 13 damage. Nice strike. So so Korbog, you're engaged in combat with her, and you see an arrow come ripping right through and catch her in the shoulder. It looks like a familiar arrow. Like maybe your friend Bryn just shot it. Luca, it's your turn.
Awesome. So I would like to, about how far are the stairs that he just went up?
They're about 10
or
feet.
into the wall, I should say.
10 feet. You can easily get up the stairs
Perfect.
and to him.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Okay, so we'll put you back on the board here and right in combat with the. So again, the same thing. You come up the stairs. You see this figure whose hood is down. It's obviously a woman. Her skin is like a light green. She has dark green snakes for hair. Korbog is standing in toe-to-toe combat with her, and she's kind of looking at both of you.
Okay, so I would like to take her now. Try to throw a punch at left side of her head.
Go for it.
Oof. Well, that's going to hit 14.
14 is not a hit.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, actually, to be completely fair, it does hit, but it doesn't do any damage.
Mm-hmm.
Her skin is tough.
Oh, okay.
So you hit her. You hit a solid chip, but she doesn't seem to react to your punch.
Okay. I will spend a key point then to use. Let's see here. Flurry of blows.
Okay.
Take another two attacks.
I think
at
she
her.
froze.
First one. Okay, so that was a 19.
19's a hit.
Do that monk
Okay,
stuff.
and a second. Whoa, that's way off.
I think she froze up.
Nope, she's good.
Ooh.
She is?
And 15?
15's also a hit. So both of those,
Awesome.
of those hit, and they actually deal some damage. So you see how close you were with your first strike, which missed.
I have an idea now. That's nice. Oh, goodness. Let's see over here. Okay, it's not bad. 4 points on the first hit, and then 3 points on the second. Or, sorry, 4 points on the second hit as well.
Okay. So, Luca gets in there, and Korbog, and she takes a few swats at the Medusa, hitting her. She seems to be reacting to being hit, but she's not all that concerned at this point. They weren't very big hits. Mm-hmm. And it is her turn. So
They weren't big hits. I beg your pardon, sir.
No, yours. Luca's hits weren't that
Yours
big.
was.
Luca was kind of smacking her a little bit. So she's going to attempt to stab you. She gets 2 stabs. I'm going to pull out another 20-sided die here so I can stab twice. So she's going to attempt to stab Korbog with her sword. A 6 is not going to hit. How about a 16?
I have my shield out.
Okay, so 16 would have hit, but you get the shield up and deflect it. And then she turns her head towards Luca, and the snakes strike from her hair and try and bite
Ooh.
Luca.
Okay.
Luca, does a 19 hit?
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any resistance to poison?
No.
Okay, so you're taking 4 points of damage from the snake bite, and then 14 points of poison damage.
Oh, well
18
then.
damage total.
Ouch.
Hey.
And Sir Calamar, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I'm still down below, so I mean the only way up is through that hole, right?
Yes, correct. And turn your video on.
Yeah. Sorry. And
That's okay. There you go.
So, all right, that is a 15.
Good enough.
Oh, athletics.
Yep, you reach up and you grab onto the edge of the hole and you pull yourself up. You could finish your movement if you'd like and move yourself up the stairs.
Okay, if I got up the stairs, if I were to action surge, would I be able to do anything?
Well, actually, we'll give you another action. So you could, do you have any ranged actions, or it's everything you?
Well, I was gonna do a commander strike.
Yeah. You could get up there.
Korbog,
You could get up to there.
the fiend. Go ahead, man. You can get an attack as a reaction.
And what is he adding to his attack?
He's adding 1.
No, a die 8, right?
Yeah. I rolled a 1.
Oh, you rolled a 1. Gotcha. Okay.
Let's see.
I think that's probably going to be a hit.
Come on.
Make sure. Yeah. So that's you gave me a +1, so that's a 19.
Oh well, +1 to your damage.
A +1 to my damage, so that's a 18.
18 hits.
Okay.
And don't forget your hunter's mark, and then the +1 to damage that Dan gives you.
Ooh. 11,
Come on.
15 damage.
15 damage is another solid strike onto her. She still seems to be standing, but she does not look like she's really enjoying herself right now.
When will all your eyes close? I say.
Not before yours are frozen still.
Ooh.
Korbog, it is your turn. At the beginning of your turn, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. Uh, 19.
Okay. Again, similar thing. So you start to feel like your body starts to tense up and freeze as if it maybe is starting to turn to stone, but you manage to fight it off and you are not falling to the Medusa's gaze at this point. Your turn. Go ahead.
It's my turn?
Yep.
Oh. Didn't I just attack? Oh, no. I attacked because of Calamar.
You attack because
okay.
of Calamar. Calamar is making things complicated.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
It's great. I love it.
I will just smile and swing at her again.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on.
That's
come
going to
on.
hit.
That's going to hit again. Yep.
Sweet.
Nice.
That's going to be 16 damage.
Oof.
Holy.
Korbog's an ass beater. Well, that's a good hit. She's still standing. You did your hunter's mark damage, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that much damage if I wasn't doing Hunter's Mark.
All right, back to the top of the order, Bryn. So, Bryn, you now can see from your vantage point across the road there that it's quite congested. I mean, you can still shoot. You'll have the cover of the window like you all already had, but there you can see that there are now people and stuff in there, so you can see all the people and such in there.
I'm going to go ahead and take another shot again. Why
Okay.
not?
Good.
What else am I going to do from out here? Do I have advantage still?
Yeah, because she does not know that you're there. So
Perfect.
She is not paying any attention to you. She's got big people in her way that are causing her way more problems than a random arrow.
Come on,
23
come
to
on.
hit.
23 to hit hits.
Beautiful. Sneak attack. Awesome. 6 plus 9. 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. So again,
What?
another arrow flies through, stabbing her, and she's still there. And then we're going to go to Luca. Luca,
Okay.
you are starting your turn next to the Medusa, and you can give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh dear.
Come on.
Bad. Well, it's a 16, and I have to check what my modifier is.
16?
Saving throw, yeah, so 18.
Okay, you're good. Similar thing. You're feeling that tenseness in your body
Okay.
too, but you managed to fight it off, and you are still standing there.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna take another punch at her.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. I know it's gonna miss a 14.
14 again. Yeah, hits her, but doesn't penetrate through that skin of hers.
No damage.
So you got that snake-like skin.
She just did a solid amount of damage to me, so I am going to expend another key point and take patient defense.
Okay, you're gonna dodge.
Yes.
Okay. Her turn. All right, she's going to. This time now there's just 2 of you. So yeah, so she's going to take her 2 shots at you, Luca. She's going to attempt to stab you with her sword twice.
Fight me, coward.
Good thing for your patient defense because that's a 13.
Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't hit.
Because that would have been a natural 20. And then a 1, so that's a miss. And then Korbog, her snake hair tries to bite you. 10.
Nope.
No good. I'm not rolling very well at all. And that's going to go to
You're rolling
Calamar.
just fine, Art.
Yeah, keep it going, brother.
Sir Calamar, it is your turn.
Mine?
Yep.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Well,
Pizza.
I still have 3, count 'em, 3 superiority dice. So, the thing that makes sense is Korbog's such a crazy good hitter. So I will use my action to grant him another commander strike.
Oh, I think I see what's happening here. Go ahead.
And I will use my bonus action. Wait. Luca took damage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll use my bonus action to do rally and give you some temporary hit points. 4 temporary hit points. So
Thank you.
I'll be like, Korbog now! Strike while the iron is hot!
And that's going to miss.
3.
Yeah, it's an 8.
Yep, that's
That was
it.
bound to happen.
So you take this swing at her, and she wasn't falling for it. She saw it coming, and she ducks, and your hammer goes over her head and slams into the wall next to her, putting a nice big hole in the wall. And actually, I'm sorry. I did skip something. Calamar, you started your turn. Give me a Constitution save.
All right, so hold on to those 4 temporary hit points. Moment of truth. A 16 on the die.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah,
Dang,
so
you
it's
people
went
with these good
nice.
saving throws. All right, Korba, it's the start of your turn. Give me a Constitution save.
I say the end draws nigh. I use a bonus action to declare a vow of enmity.
Well, make your con save first.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's see, 17 total.
Oh, dang it! Darn it! I want to get one of you. Okay, you are safe. Go ahead.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll these dice. So,
And you're putting a vow on her.
yes, a vow of enmity.
Okay, I don't have a vow here, but I do have something that will be appropriate. Because I think it's pretty appropriate for her right this minute.
Are you burning our PG-13 token?
I'm burning the PG-13 token.
Oh.
11.
An 11
See
and a
what that
6.
says.
Yeah, I only got a 16.
A 16 is a hit.
I love it.
Hits?
Yeah, yep, 16 hits.
6. For 14 damage.
She seems quite rocked by that hit, but she is still standing. But she is very unhappy. And that token is kind of appropriate at this point on her. And Bryn.
All right, I'm going to rip another arrow up in there.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
Beautiful. Sneak attack. Come on, roll better this time. There's a 6, 7. 9 plus 3, 12.
So your arrow comes flying through the window from across the street as it strikes the Medusa in the side of the head, and her eyes go dark as she crumbles to the ground.
Another promise kept, I say.
I'll turn around. I'll be like, if I see the arrow come in, I'll say to the others, I'll say, quick, take cover. There's snipers from outside. But thankfully, they struck the fiend, and I'll duck down. I'm like,
I want to go over to the window on the inside.
No, get down, crawl. And I'm like crawling after you.
Give me a moment. Okay, yeah, just stay down there, buddy. I'm gonna look out the window for Bryn.
Yep, you see him. He's over across the street on top of the balcony of the other building.
I'm just gonna yell, "Thank you!" at him.
You're welcome, Luca.
Yes.
I'll come up like Ziggy, like peer over.
Okay, you peer over and
It's
you
just
Get off
him.
the floor.
I said, well struck, sir.
So we will end our session here with the Medusa being dead. We're just about at 5 o'clock. Let's do our giveaway and find out who wins our pack of minis and our status tokens from Chest and Trove. So minis are from WizKids and the status tokens are from Chest and Trove. 4 links, everybody who's watching, look in the chat and you can see the exclamation point things to type in to get links to all our various people that are sponsoring. I'm trying to see who is it? Vanna Song 85.
Do you know who that
Yay!
is?
Do you
Yes,
know?
that's one of my players.
Oh, there you go. So
Cool.
Vanna Song 85 is the
yay.
winner. Nice. Very good. Thanks
Cool.
for watching. So everybody,
Nice.
we're going to hold things there. So we our players have just managed to take down the assassin. We do not know the status of where Trant is. We know that the
Or
players...
Unamid.
What's that?
Or Unamid.
Yes. And yeah, our unnamed Minotaur is... Who knows where she went off to. We will find out in 2 weeks. We are going to be shooting again on the 22nd. Same bat time, same bat channel. Same players. We'll have Ember will be here back as well. And we hope to get some more action in Riverbreak. Again, a big thanks to all of our players. I hope everybody had fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
very fun, very fun.
And a thanks to
Awesome,
everybody
Mark.
for watching. Spread the word to your friends. This is only our first show, so we hope to have a lot more people watching. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, everybody.